a Triple C Racing, Triple X Rocket out of Shreveport, Louisiana. We call him Trouble. 7 wins a year ago at 4 different racetracks. It's Trouble Sean Graham out of Shreveport, Louisiana, making his debut tonight in his new car. The owner of Hitman Designs.
Looks like we've got 9 cars on the racetrack here. Is that going to be going, what, 8 laps? 8 laps the distance for heat race number 1.
The passing point system, the name of the game is not
absolutely.
It's not necessarily where you finish. It's about how many cars you pass to get to where you finish.
That's right.
Half a point per car you pass, I do believe. My assumption is correct. Our latest USMTS style, or USRA style passing points, same system that Todd Sale and the USMTS Modifieds use.
So half a point per car you pass? Absolutely. Looks like we got our chalk line in turn number 4. That's the mark. Side by side, nose to tail at the chalk line. There's the one to go from our flag man, Zach. Looks like we're getting ready to go here with the 2nd annual factory stock Smackdown here at 85 Speedway.
And Nate Dixon, it'll be up to him piloting the 10 to set the pace and put his foot through the floorboard as we head off a 2 and down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. You see that cone right in between the Ute tires and in the middle of 3 and 4. That's where Nate Dixon is going to smash on the loud pedal for the first time here at 85 Speedway tonight. Race fans, are you ready to go Smackdown racing here at 85 Speedway?
I don't know about the fans, Zach, but I sure am. Jonathan Beckett going to do everything he can on the outside. Looks like the green flag is going to come out. It's out. Here we go, Zachary. First time in 2017.
Here comes Session, the Argyle Texan, back to the bottom of the speedway in 1-2. Beckett is the outside line a little bit. He has a half a straightaway lead already as Katz disposes of Dixon. They go 3 wide into turn number 3.
Absolutely, Zach. Looks like Beckett's got something nobody else has found. He is all the way, already about 4 or 5 car lengths between himself and 2nd spot as he leads lap number 1.
Ricky Sessions, he's a guy who really knows how to get around whenever these big money events are on the line. Oh, and around goes your post center Nate Dixon in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and he'll get it refired. No harm, no foul. Clean and green, we stay. As Beckett's still your leader here, Nick, off of turn number 4 and 0.
Oh, we've got one around. That's the Triple X machine. That is Trouble. Going around in turn number 3, Zach. Doesn't look like Trouble's going to get it refired. We might get a yellow.
He's going to set up a donut shop. He'll be open for business temporarily here, but not serving.
Yellow's going to come out. Zachary, looks like we're going to have our first caution of the evening here in heat race number 1, your rundown
season. But Jonathan Beckett, folks, I'm telling you, he is a guy who I told him tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if I meet you on the front straightaway, but did not pick up the victory in the 2016 season. The lights around, we're back underway.
Well on his way to getting 1 step closer to victory lane right now. 2 laps in the book, 6 laps to go. Beckett leads him back into turn number 1, Zach.
The Argyle Texan, Ricky Sessions, and here comes Buffalo, Missouri. Mark Sonnet to the inside, trying to make it 3 different lanes wide down the back straightaway. Gus and Ed trying to size up for 2nd. And Sessions says, no, it's mine for now. He'll hold on to 2nd and sidestep in and hold on to the 2nd spot. Looking to hunt down and with the crosshairs, the back bumper of the 0.
Here comes Buffalo, Missouri driver up on the inside. Oh, too much for Mark there at the bottom of turn number 2. Going to lose several spots. Make his way to the back. We're just going to take the scenic route through the infield, Zach.
Yeah, as you can see, this track had some moisture to it, so it's very, very tricky. When these guys saw this racetrack earlier during hot laps, it's completely different right now, Nick. So a lot of these guys right now, they feel like a 3-legged dog in an icy lake.
That's the best analogy I have heard all night long, but that's exactly what it looks like right now. We got a lot of guys just coming into the corner. There's no tread on these tires. These cars are heavy. They're carrying a lot of inertia through the corner, and there's just not a lot of grip to be found, and sometimes you lose it. But I'll tell you what, man, Beckett got it figured out right now. Sessions hanging on in that 2nd spot, but it's a good half straightaway back.
Well, the night's still young. He spoke of analogy. Sean Graham trying to work his way from the tail back up into the mix here as Trouble Sean Graham back up the 5th. The top 12 lock into the A main, the top 8 to the ring jaw. Graham will get by the 85 across the head. He'll work his way into the 4th spot now. Oh, and Becky just lost the of turn number 2, your race leader. Jonathan Beckett lost the goose. And Ricky Sessions says, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And he takes over the top spot. Wow, final time into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Oh, in the 7, they're going to track race to the line. Who's going to be your winner? Jonathan caps in 5. Chris Davis inside of 3. I'd keep your eyes on him. He's no stranger to victory lane as well. I'll get the remainder of these lineups to you. That was a wild start as they head into turn number 1. They're 1 by 2 by 2 by 3 wide off the exit of turn number 4. Nick Robbins down the front straight away we go. 3 wide still down the front boulevard. Junior Zableski. Yeah, Junior has a comfortable advantage, and he just lost the handle. Setting up a donut shop, and good job avoiding disasters of 98 of Chris Davis, a 15-time winner of the 2016 season. He'll take over the race lead down the back straightaway as he approaches turn number 3. White, captain. Here comes the captain, Captain America, trying to show what he's got here on these asphalt pull-off slick tires. The former IMCA national champion. Yes. He is a shoe indeed, one of the greatest drivers to ever come out of the great state of Texas, and a big push by the 98 of Chris Davis opens the door for White, and they're through the door for the race lead. Chris Davis showing that Jeff Bates power underneath the hood of the 98 as he powers off the exit of turn number 2 and into 3. But boy, that car is very ill handling right now. He says, thank you, Lord, for 2 to go. Only got to wheel this thing around the speedway for 2 more, and he'll be going to victory lane, but he's got to hold on. Oh, and one at the tail of the field here making some heavy contact. No harm, no foul. Down the back straightaway, it's all Chris Davis up front over Keith White. Yeah, he's throwing out the pole. He's looking to reel him in. He's got the crankbait, man. I'm telling you, he's pulling them.
Outlaw race car chassis, best engine powered, number 85. It's the Outlaw house car for JT James Thompson. James Thompson, the Mod Mafia 85. He rides out of Mod, Texas. Up in East Texas, a regular at the Timberline Speedway. Is it better? As far as I know.
He's not going to get past me because he wasn't in the right race.
The 13?
No, the 85T.
The 85T in the tail? Yeah. James Thompson. Oh, we got trouble down the backstretch. Look out. And they held on to it, trying to go 4 wide. There were 3 different lanes wide, and here comes Full Throttle. Oh, Full Throttle got up in the marbles. Full Throttle got up in the marbles there, and this should be fun, though, race fans. Keep your eyes on the Insulin chassis, number 16, of Full Throttle, Marcus Cottle. He's going to try to work his way back to the front. Do not count him out, folks. I'm telling you right now. But leading off of turn number 4 up front, looking good is the 00 machine of Ryan Brown. Brown leads door to door for the second spot. Nick out the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Cottle. Just made a 3 wide pass off of 2 down the back straightaway. He's up to the 6th spot now. through 3. And off the exit of turn number 4, they're door for the race lead.
We've got one around at the top of turn number 3. That is the 26 machine of Finnery.
And that's exactly the caution that Cottle wanted to see. But this racetrack is looking awfully racy now. We will not receive caution.
No caution there, Zach. Looks like Finnery going to take it off the back chute out of turn number 3. We're going to stay clean and stay green here, buddy.
And it's all 41 up front now, taking over the race lead. Is that Bubba Lackey here tonight? It is Bubba Lackey. He's won many at the Kennedale Speedway Park over the years. He's won them at the old Cowtown Speedway. Boys, you name it, folks. He can get the job done. And James Thompson make a little bit of contact there with Jacob Wilburn. Wilburn has always run very well down at the South Texas Speedway. And look out, the 41 of Bubba Lackey. They're 4 different lanes wide, and look at JT. James Thompson just threaded the needle. They're 3 wide for second and a 1 and 2, Nick. Holy cow.
Thompson started dead last of this heat race, Zach, and he is up to the lead. Unfortunately for him, we're going to get a yellow flag. We'll probably go back to
13 track championship at Arklatex Speedway. You know, if you get it done up there with 50 guys on a regular
in
basis.
the land of 4 wide, absolutely.
Yeah. But here's the deal. JT will not receive passing points because I'm getting word that he was supposed to be in the first heat. A mishap there.
Started in the wrong heat race.
Yikes.
Absolutely. So unfortunately for JT, this is going to be all for naught. He's put on a great show right now, but that's the call, man. You miss your race, and this is what happens.
I believe he'll still receive finishing points. The 41 of Bubba Lackey was getting crossed up into 1 and 2. The 11 straightening back out, and then he collected a 66 of Wilburn, and then the 41 of Lackey just could not hold on to the handle there, Nick.
We've got a big push coming in at turn number 3. That's the number 11 machine sitting in second spot right now as we come to what, halfway now? I believe that was 2 to go.
Boy, James Thompson's going to get back. It's actually Justin Whitehead who's in the 85.
After trouble in hot laps, leaving the speedway, Justin Whitehead got
trouble.
Yeah, the car pushed coming in at 3. Whitehead left the speedway, obviously not able to get his car repaired in time. So that explains the performance. Justin Whitehead, we've talked about him all night long. Sorry, everybody. We were not informed of the swap. Whitehead still out front.
Well, I think that puts the rest to bed.
Absolutely.
Puts the debate to bed there. I mean, that dude's just an absolute assassin behind the wheel, if you will.
Absolutely.
As now, rebounding after starting this race.
Yeah, dead last. I see Justin here was supposed to be in the lineup. There's our 36J.
Yep.
The ruling is he did change cars.
Yes.
He went to the back.
Yes.
Yep.
And because he went to the back, he gets no passing points.
Okay.
But he jumped to the back. I can break it from the 7th spot where he should have started. I mean, he didn't start in his second position.
Right.
At best, I can give him 30 points.
That's James right there. As Whitehead back on the loud pedal, heading them into turns 1 and 2.
He'll get credit from the 7th spot. That's where he should have started.
He'll get credit from the 7th starting position, race fans, just to clear that up. Whitehead will get credited from the 7th spot, and that's still pretty good, as he'll receive the checker. Justin Aubrey Whitehead, your winner of heat race number 3 tonight for the factory stocks, presented by the Parker Lee Project. Later on, man, I can't wait, Nick. The pole of this one's the 2-time Southern United Professional Racing Series late model champion. He won 13 super races in 2 seasons. We call him the Catman, John Mitchell, in 68X tonight.
That's what it said.
It is. Outside it'll be the 04 Dustin Strain. Inside of 2, Liesel 171 Speedway track champion. And a hot chassis of Randy Wheeler. As we go into 1 and some contact. Strain is hooked to the bumper. Look out, that could get nasty. Strain hooking to the tail feather of your pole sitter, John Mitchell. And John Mitchell says, I don't know about these factory stocks.
Yeah, John, talking to him a little bit earlier. We've got another one leaving the speedway. That was Strand, I believe, leaving the speedway on the right backside, making that hard right turn as the caution comes out. John Mitchell talked to him earlier down in the autograph session, and he was like, man, I got 100 practice laps in one of these things kind of on my own. I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball. Lose her.
Oh, how about Nashville, Arkansas's Brandon Puryear, the runner-up at the Cajun Cruiser Classic 2 years ago to Justin Whitehead. And the 88B machine, Brandon Puryear, regular down at the Diamond Park Speedway, and Nashville, Arkansas. We'll start tail in this one. Brandon Hood and Wade White, 68 tonight. Liesel 171 Speedway track regular and former track champion driving the hot chassis 4J. We'll start it from the pole. It's Randy Wheeler. On the loud pedal we go. We're backing away Nick Robbins.
Green flag out for heat race number 4 this is here, Zach. Halfway down through the heat races, we've got a very tight race car. I believe that's the 97A taking the scenic route through turns 1 and 2. Brandon Puryear, though, making his way up through the field. We've got 3 wide coming into turn number 3. Lead lap number 1 is the 44 machine.
I believe that's Jeff Turner here tonight. Turner off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. A little tight there for the second spot. Wheeler prevails there, Nick, down the back straightaway, approaching turn number 3.
That was a good move on that outside lane there, Zach, by Wheeler in the 4J machine to really just stab it, hoping it's going to stick and just make it work. Coming out of 2, takes over that second spot from the 27B. Brandon Hood's worked his way up from an 8th starting position. He's in the 4th spot now, challenging for 3rd. Here comes the 27 machine under Wheeler, takes 2nd down the back chute, Zach.
Yeah, and all John Mitchell wants is a caution to kind of get his nose back into the mix here and maybe have a chance. But right now, from 2nd back to 4th, it is tighter than the top string on a Texas fiddle right now. Into 1. Yeah, Casey Lyles out of Burleson, Texas, in the Burleson Tree Service Outlaw chassis. Best engine, or Smitherman race engine power, number 27. A new look for Casey here in the 2017 season. Casey just began racing at the tail end of the 2013 season. A very good racer, has come a long way since the first time I saw him sat behind the wheel of a race car for sure, Nick Robbins.
I tell you what, Zach, Casey got his hands full right now, but he is really manhandling that 27 machine around the racetrack, toting the left front wheel through turns 3 and 4, almost like it's a modified. Brandon Hood getting in the back of Randy Wheeler just a little bit. Wheeler going to bring it to a stop.
Well,
Hood, that did not look intentional. That's just a little bit bigger race car, I think, than Brandon's used to driving.
Well, either that thing just didn't want to get woed up, like my brakes didn't want to stop at the stop sign earlier today on the way from Louisiana. But anyway, boy, I tell you, them big bodies, they take a lot to get woed up. But I tell you what, they could run through a tank as well.
Absolutely.
Because that thing is a tank.
Yes, sir. Yellow's going to come out in heat race number 4.
Ended up winning the race.
Absolutely.
So
One
we'll
to go's
see.
been shown. Lights
Boy,
are out, Zach. Ooh,
I
looks
guess
like
they
we're
think
going to
it's
start
a sprint car race.
Yeah, we're going to start early down the back chute.
You know, Casey Lyles has been toting that left front up. He's loose as a goose, but don't get him started.
Dude, he's not really fighting the car though. It sets up nice. Watch Casey coming into turn 1 here. On the bottom, tagging the tractor tire.
He nicked it, Nick.
The car, he meat it. The car just sets up nice as we got it slicing and dicing through the back. That's Wheeler getting together with the cat.
John Mitchell said, "This is why I race late models." He says, "Y'all get off of me. Get out of here."
2 to go right here, Zach, at the line.
Yeah, they're door to door for the second spot. Lyles, he clears the 68. A nice textbook pass there, and here comes Brandon Puryear. Puryear to the outside. He gets all kind of bite down the back straightaway. Brandon Puryear going to hammer it into turn number 3 using an outside line and all the momentum to his advantage. The Nashville, Arkansas racer is going to trail it up to 3rd and hunt down Lyles maybe for 2nd here on the final lap here, Nick Robbins.
Here we go into turn number 1, Zach. Looks to the outside. Lyles on the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Puryear down the back chute. Gets a great run again out of turn 2, man. He's just going to ride the outside. This is going to be a nail biter. Puryear pushes wide out of turn 3. Texas flag in the air. Puryear going to hang on for that 3rd spot, though, brother. What a run.
Yeah, an absolute great run there from the tail.
From 7th.
Yep.
From 7th spot up to 3rd for Brandon Puryear in the 88B machine. It was...
Charlie Upchurch in the 214 here. We'll get the remainder of the lineup to you, folks. Lights are out. We're green. Your defending winner of the Smackdown, Brandon Brown in 32. Actually, that's Smooth Waters. Austin Smooth Waters in 32A.
Looking good up the outside of turn number 3, down the back chute, gets a good run. Slater, way up top, jumps the cushion if he was in a sprint car, hangs on to it, somehow points it back down into turn number 4, stays on the gas, and we stay green.
Finelli, your race leader right now, has got a Big Dave power plant underneath the hood. 2 of your top 4 cars sporting Big Dave power plants underneath the hood. Philip Smith in the 630, the Parker Lee Project entry in the 4th position. Yep, Kevin Sestaire. Oh boy, he's no stranger to victory lane. Runner-up finisher in the factory stock 50 inaugural event held at the Timberline Speedway up in Corley, Texas. Finelli still your race leader. McAdams still occupies 2nd and off of 4. Here comes Smooth Waters in the Arclitect Spay and Neuter Clinic. best engine-powered Outlaw chassis is there for the race lead off the exit of 2.
We got a lot of good race car drivers in this one, Zach. You got Smooth Waters there in third. Austin Smooth Waters in third spot right now. He is a wonderful race car driver. I tell you what, Kevin Sestair, last year's Sport Mod portion winner of the Smackdown, got a belt to his name already, looking to double up tonight. Also running for bragging rights in our inaugural Battle Royal. So Sestair with potential to win, make it 3 belts in 2 years here at 85 Speedway, sitting in 4th spot right now in the 630 machine.
Through 3 and off of the exit of turn number 4, Finelli still your race leader, home track regular here at the Speedway, the Mesquite Texan, doing a fine job holding on to a pretty wheel. And the body's by Joe Big Dave Race Engine Powered number 17. He's got about a 4-car length advantage over McAdams, who rides second, but he's got all kinds of company by the 32A of Smooth. Austin Waters coming up from the 305 beginner ranks just several years ago to move up to race in the factory stocks. And he works out of the same shop with Justin Whitehead and the defending Smackdown winner, Brandon Brown, as their door for second.
2 to go at the stripe there that time, Zach. Problems for Kevin Sestair, the 630 machine, off the pace as the white flag is in the air. Finelli still your leader. Smooth Waters taking over that second spot, Zachary.
Yeah, Smooth's looking smooth, and I'm telling you what, if he gets one more push by that 17 up front, he may just end up taking over the race lead. Down the back chute. A pretty comfortable advantage, though, by Finelli, who's up front. Finessing the 17, and there's that push I was talking about through 3 and off of 4. He'll use that straightaway and all the momentum to take the checkers here, Nick, over Austin Smooth Waters out of Hooks, Texas.
That was pretty close there, buddy.
Craig doing double duty tonight and had a good run last week at Lone Star in his limited modified. He is a driver who came from 20th to 2nd in the 2011 running of the 5,000 to win Cajun Classic in a car he'd never driven before. And this is a car right here he has never driven before tonight. And it should be fun to watch him come to the front because you know he'll do it.
Absolutely. Craig Oaks, a hot shoe for sure. Already slicing and dicing through the field. We picked off 1. Let's make it 2 going into turn number 3. We are underneath the 88 machine. Into turn 3, out of turn 4. Craig Oaks now into 3rd spot. Picks up 2 spots in that set of corners, Zach.
Top flight security of the world, Craig. He's up to the 3rd, now looking for 2nd off the inside of the exit of turn number 2. Can't get the job done. They got one coming around off the exit of turn number 2.
That is the 33 machine.
Who started tail here. He'll get it straightened back out. No harm, no foul.
33D is Dylan Moss getting it straightened back out. We stay clean and we stay green. Out front, your leader in the 9 machine.
Kevin Manning up front.
Look at Oaks, though, Zach, already up to 2nd from the 6th position. Got 4 cars in about 2 laps here. A little bit snug coming through turn number 3, but gets the car to rotate on the exit, looking real good down the front chute.
You know, a little bit of a little historical note here, a tidbit. Craig Oaks' father, Edward Oaks, who has been getting it done for many years in racing, kind of handed off the torch to his son. They both raced for many years, door to door. But Edward Oaks formerly was the all-time winningest racer at Arcotech Speedway history. Has over 60 career wins. Are we starting off the exit at 2? What is... What? Okay, sorry. For all the folks sitting at home on the couch, sorry, there's not any confusion. I'm just used to every car starting in the middle of turns 3 and 4. On the initial start of the race, that's where they most certainly have to smash on the loud pedal. But apparently when that light goes out, boy, you better be on your toes.
On a restart, absolutely. You can go whenever you want. What we're doing here. And it looks like Manning going to lead him one more time. I believe that's lap 4. Lap 4 in the book. Manning still your leader. Craig Oaks in 2nd spot, Zach. And it looks like that might be where they stay.
Yeah, Kevin Manning's got it rocking and rolling on the outside of the speedway. That all black number 9 looks may be deceiving. One time Doug Vick Jr. told me in Victor Lane at Boot Hill, he said Pretty never went fast. And right now Kevin Manning is living up to that moniker as he is already into turn 1. Craig Oaks has different plans as Manning pushed way high, wide, and handsome.
Absolutely the truth. Pretty doesn't win races. We've got one making the hard right turn off the speedway. That's a 35 machine going to exit out of turn number 3. Manning still your leader. The racetrack a little bit slick and push again. Oaks on the bottom, Zach, as we come to 2 to go.
Oaks has got it working on the hub of the racetrack now. As you can see, that car's rolled over as it can be. Nick Robbins, watch him. He's got it hooked up. He'll sling the tail end into the corner, and he is picking up ground fast and in a hurry. Nick, this is going to come down to the wire, probably by inches to the checkered flag.
Absolutely. My prediction may have been wrong as Oaks takes a push in turn 3, but what you're talking about, Zach, is exactly right. As the white flag comes out, Oaks has got the car slung around through the middle of the corner. He can pick up the throttle much earlier than Manning, who gets tight again. Yep, Oaks back on the throttle, side by side down the back chute out of turn 2.
He didn't quite get there, but here it is. They're going to heat it up for the race lead. Door for the top spot. Coming to the checkers. Drag racing to the line. Craig Oaks to the inside. And your winner, called it by inches, the 9 of Manning. What an absolute race here in heat race number 5.
Looks like on the outside of row number 2 going to be the 6 car. That is Chance Morris, I believe.
The Smacker chassis. Chance Morris in the Smacker chassis.
Green flag is out. We are underway. 7 out of 8 heat races are right here, ladies and gentlemen. Top 12 in passing points to the feature. We got a barn burner here, Zach.
Oh, boy. They're 2 by 2 by 2. Oh, my. Throw a blanket over the entire field. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. And the Smacker.
Love tap.
Well, he's in a Smacker chassis, if you will.
They were
and
4 wide through turn 3, Zachary.
Chance going to take a chance here down the front straightaway for the top spot. Into turn number 1. He's going to use the low side of the speedway. They're door all the way. 2 by 2 by 1 by 2 to the tail. Nick Robbins, what more can you ask for?
Look at 3 wide. 3 wide down the back chute, Zach, into turn 3. Really? It doesn't get any better than that. Looks like Morosky going to hang on to it coming out of 4.
And Marusak nearly ran out of real estate there. Had to get on the binders who had hit the Uke tire, and he said no, sir, to that. And he'll pull right back down to the hub of the racetrack, and they're 3 wide still for the race lead.
I tell you what, Zach, that was a bonsai move down there by Marusak down the back chute into turn 3. Takes over the second spot this time, looks to the inside of Morosky, gonna think better of it coming in 3, Zach.
This is Mike Marusak's backyard. This is his playground. You want to come here and you want to win a race, you got to beat car number 45, the NS Texas Racer, as he'll go to the inside for the race lead, and he's got it. He'll take over, sidestepping for the race lead. Marusak to the point, and the fans go nuts.
Absolutely got his fans here behind him. Marusak showing him how to get around in the 85 Speedway. Coming on to turn number 4, going to still be in the lead. Morosky in second spot.
Well, he got his vitamin C today because that orange 845 is gassing it up around the 85 Speedway tonight. Chance Morris still has his hands full with that Smacker chassis number 6. He's got a Smitherman power plant underneath the hood. Now the back chute into turn number 3. Everybody kind of single filed right now back to the tail.
Josh Ethender's in the 50 machine, hanging on to that 3rd spot right now. Trying to get around Rick Morosky for the runner-up position. Meanwhile, Mr. Marusak has laid the keys on the front desk and checked out, sir.
Absolutely. He's put the keys on the counter. He's checking out of the Holiday Inn as we speak with 2 to go. And right now, the battle is heating up back here for the 4th spot. And here comes John Skinner. John Skinner, 1 win here a year ago in the 783 car.
And that is the 50 machine, looping it in turn number 2. Going to stab the throttle, point it back in the right direction. We stay clean and restay green. White flag is out for Mr. Marusak.
Oh, John Skinner, I was looking at him here at the tail. He was trying to pick up as many spots as he can from the tail here.
Skinner running that high side. Looks like it might be going away a little bit, Zach, as we come into turn number 1. The car is very loose.
It's working very well in 1 and 2 and down the back chute to 3. But watch as he gets to turn number 3. He's going to push up into those marbles, Nick.
All the way up as Mr. Marusak takes the win in heat race number 7. Second spot. Went to the 6th car. There's a dirt defender on the front stretch.
3 wide.
They're 3 wide down the back chute. You're defending Smackdown winner Brandon Brown out front right now on the point, Zach. We've got debris on the front stretch. Wondering if we're going to get a caution. Debris on the front. We got a dirt defender right in the middle of the road. Well, everyone goes around
This is fun because these 2 guys right now that run 1 and 2 race on a weekly basis together at Timberline Speedway in 67, Texarkana, Arklatex, Boot Hill, you name it, you call it.
We've got one stopped in the bottom of turn number 2.
Winning this race to start off last year's season, and you see the sparks coming out from underneath the deuce. Adam Roy may have some trouble here before we go green.
It's like a stuck brake caliper. We're going green down the back chute into turn 3.
I got to get used to these starts, man. It's wild.
It keeps everybody on their toes, that's for sure.
Keeps the announcer on his toes.
Brown going to lead him into turn number 1. Last year, Smackdown defending champion leads the field into turn 1, out of turn 2 down the back chute, Zach.
Yeah, I think Adam Roy's like, what is going on with my race car right now, man? It is vibrating.
We are 3 wide, Zach, for 4, 5, and 6 on the racetrack right now through turn number 3 and 4.
That's what caught my attention just as I was about to talk about Adam Roy. It totally startled me there. He'll slide up in front. The Deuce holds on to second still. But giving him a heck here off the exit of turn number 2 as Mike Lavisphere just swung way high, wide, and handsome off the exit of 2 and opens up the door for the 83 of Calvin Tucker.
Lavisphere got his hands full with that zero machine, Zach. I don't know, 3 and 4 looks real good, but if you watch over here in 1 and 2, Lavisphere last lap enters low. The car shoots all the way to the top of the racetrack by the time we get to turn number 2.
It's great to see Mike Lavisphere here. He's done a lot of racing. They're 3 wide right behind him. What a battle. 3 wide down the back straightaway. As we got one around, it's Brett McMillan, I believe, once again.
One more time. McMillan around in turn number 2. Looks like he's going to get it refired and pointed in the right direction. Your leader, though, Brandon Brown, got his own in his own time zone right now, Zach.
Is that Walter? Okay. No, Walter Hamilton of the 75W. Walter Hamilton back here doing door-to-door battles with the 83 of the Houston Racer, and there goes Lavisphere.
Goes around, Zach, in turn number 2.
Spun around like a top.
That is probably going to give us a yellow. Lavisphere not able to get it refired. Looks like Brown going to start him back down the back chute into turn number 3.
Boy.
Brown going to lead him off the bottom green flags. Oh, we've got Lavisphere around in turn 3 there, Zach. Lavisphere going to stop at the top of turn number 3. Going to refire. Looks like he's just going to take it to the pit area. We stay clean and we stay green, Zach. We've got a great battle for the lead.
And it looks like that left rear and all the sparking and arcing that P. Wayne was showing. Oh, and he makes contact with Brandon.
Over the nose of Brandon Brown.
And Brandon Brown's not going to be very happy about this. 2 shoes who race together. I'll wait till it gets a little quiet so you race fans in the grandstands can hear us as well. These 2 drivers don't particularly have a history, but they race hard on a week-to-week basis. Well, like I said, whether it's Timberline Speedway or at any of the large paying factory stock events across the region. But Brandon Brown, your reigning Smackdown winner here at 85 Speedway, was looking to go back-to-back, was looking pretty sitting up front. And Adam Roy, who was sparking and arcing, showing sparks out of that left rear, gets into turn number 3. Nick Robbins to the test when we go back green. I'll tell you what right now, the winningest factory stock driver in the region in 2015 right now sits in second as we fire him back up. Walter Hamilton, he won the Race of Champions, which was his 20th win of the 2015 season. He'll take over the second spot down the front straightaway.
Ball leads the field into turn number 1. Hamilton goes way up top in turn 1. Zach, we've seen it work for some goal. We've got 3 cars just beating all over one another in turn number 1.
And the grocery getter is not going to be able to get the kids home to school on time.
Nope, we are not dropping the Browns off. White flag is out for your leader, Brad Ball in the 78. Walter Hamilton now looks to the bottom. Zach in turn number 1. Doesn't work. Hamilton loses the handle, man.
Oh, boy, we have got all kinds of we got a melee. Yeah, that was Adam Roy getting tagged, and we may have a little bit of fireworks out of Texarkana tonight as the Lone Star checkered flag gets waved for Brad Ball, your winner of the CB Powered. Here comes Adam Roy. Well, he's going to go ahead and cruise around to the checkered and get what he can get. But Brandon Brown going off fuming right now. Adam Roy lost his plant, still looking. Well, he's got 1 career limited modified win coming into the Arclotech Speedway last July. And the Spears Oil and Gas Texas Profile and Splinkler IRP chassis PTS Power 22 Magnum from Marshall, Texas. It's Dylan Spear.
On the outside of Dylan in the 28J, that is going to be Justin Neighbors outside of row number 3. 4th row back on the inside, Zach. That's going to be the 19V of Nick Vandover. They're on the inside. Outside of him in the 15 machine, going to be Mike Martin in the 15 car. 8 cars the field, 8 laps the distance. Same deal here. Top 12 in passing points going straight to the feature. Top 8 to the redraw. Craig Oakes on the inside of row number 1. Kevin Rowland on the outside of row number 1.
Boy.
Zach, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Call it. Who's getting the whole shot coming into 1?
Kevin Rowland, man, I'm telling you right now.
First 3 positions. This is going to be a hot and heavy heat race right here. And then, for sure, ladies and gentlemen.
And then 22 Mag. Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas. He's an upcoming guy in this sport. Won 4 factory stock races in his rookie season.
Like
Decided
you said,
he wanted to
factory
move
stock
up.
transplant. Yep.
Want to move up. He said, man, I asked him not long ago, what's the difference in driving these cars? Obviously the tires, but he said, man, they're easy to drive. They got grip.
Yeah. Unlike an asphalt pull-off, green light is on. Green flag is out, and we're 3 wide. Zach coming into turn number 1.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Into 1. Oaks on the hub of the racetrack. Rolling on the outside. The 31 in tow. They're door-to-door for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2. Headed down the back straightaway. Roland gets the whole shot. Nick Robbins in the 3. They're door-to-door for 3rd.
Roland had the good bite coming off the outside of turn 2 down the back chute, Zach, but here comes Oaks on the inside out of 4. Still going to be rolling on the outside. The top side, like you said, Zach, just looks real good right now. Oaks really having to fight that car. Man, and I say that. Oaks gets a good run off the bottom of turn 2, but not going to be enough. We got 3 of them piled up in turn 2.
Yeah.
That's Mike Martin, Nick Van Diver, and I believe Bobby Sheets.
Yeah, we nearly had a Walmart in a Target parking lot just then, but a tribute to, I believe, a family member he raced with at one time. I'll get some more info on that in a moment. But Cody Smith getting disposed of there and goes back 1. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Smith just didn't get the jump. The other guys did on the start. Green flag's out. We're back underway. Roland going to lead him into turn 1. Zach, Craig Oaks settling in that 2nd spot. Neighbors, though, looking to the outside. Here comes Oaks up the inside.
Oh, nearly made contact there. He had to get on the binders major. And here comes Neighbors. Neighbor going to be the neighbor of the 91. In the back of the blue 91, it's Craig Oaks. And here comes the Rollo's Lubinato PTS Power 22 Magnum looking like a bullet down the front straightaway. The Ingalls Racing Performance to the front. Here comes Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas. Speedy Spear, if you will. Off a 2, down the back straightaway, doing battle with his good friend. They work out of the same shop out of Marshall, Texas. Oaks and Spear, they're 3 wide for 3rd off the exit of turn number 4, Nick.
This is a barn burner here. Zach rolling out front. Neighbors is now 2nd. Smith with that bonsai move out of turn 4 takes over the 3rd position. We're 3 wide once again through turn 2.
And Cody Smith says, will you be my neighbor, Justin? Sure. Into turn number 3. Cody has found something on the outside of the 85 Speedway here in Ennis, Texas tonight, and he'll roll to 2nd off the exit of turn number 4. This is why he was the runner-up in last year's B-Mod Nationals. And he'll roll to 2nd, and it may not be too long, and he's about to show Kevin Rowland the fast lane.
I believe you're right, Zach. You can see Rowland really pedaling the car through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Smith, however, not doing that. Got the pedal on the floor out of turn number 4, challenging for the lead. Bumper to bumper down the front chute into turn number 1.
And that Mexican Lingo Vato chassis, WCH power, they're for the race lead momentarily off the exit of turn number 2. Kevin Rowland shuts the door. And at turn number 3, the 31 of the Kaufman Texan going to go high side hustling. They make contact, Nick. A little bit of contact with 2 to go this time by.
Coming to 2 to go. Roland definitely on playing defense right now, Zach, as we come into turn number 1. Smith up top, just a much smoother cockpit. Takes the position on the outside down the back chute into turn number 3.
What more do you want, race fans, into turn number 3? This time, it'll be the white flag coming out. Cody Smith going to be your race leader off the exit of turn number 4. Claiming the top spot from the reigning TMS World Dirt Track champ, Kevin Rowland, who now rides 2nd. The PTS-powered IRP 22 Magnum from Marshall, Dylan Spear, and tough break. Craig Oaks lost the power plane, it sounds like. That car is ill. Down the front boulevard with the checkers coming out this time by. Final time. What a race, Nick. We caught it before it started, and it lived up to the billing. Cody Smith from Kaufman going to win it.
Absolutely. Looks like Rowland going to come across the line in 2nd. The double deuce going to take home 3rd spot. But you're right, Zach.
Matt Dosher going to round out the field in 3 in this one. This should be another fun one, race fans. I'd keep your eyes on Jacob Perkel on this one in the 141, who starts outside of row number 3, 7 wins a year ago and 17 starts. The lights are out. We are back underway.
Green flag's out, Zach. We are headed. Oh, we've got one around. That's McDougal in the 88 machine already in turn number 1. Let's see if Jeff can get it fired back up, get it back underway. I believe we're going to get a yellow here, Zach. Yep, McDougal stationary in turn 1 up at the top right. In the B4 machine, going to be starting outside of row number 2, I believe. The 88 of Jeff McDougal going to shuffle back to the rear after being the cause of the caution. 66X machine out there is John Grindstaff inside of row number 3. To his outside in the 3, that is Matt Dosher. And Jeff McDougal going to line her up shotgun on the field by himself in a row number 3.
Lights are out. We're ready to play for 8 laps the distance. We go green off of turn number 4, Nick Robbins, and we got one already in the Ute tire at the bottom of 4, and we may not even be able to play one circuit.
Doesn't look like we're going to get this done this time either, Zach. That is Grindstaff at the bottom of turn number 4, and we've got Baird over in the bottom of turn number 2. Yellow flag going to come out once again. John Grindstaff parking it at the bottom of turn number 4.
Whether you're having a cold one sitting on the couch, or you're having a cold one sitting here in the grandstands, whether it's a Coke or a cold beverage, and around goes your pole sitter, and look out, nearly clips the car to tell the field here we stay clean and green.
Well, all right, then looks like Potter going to get it sorted out. John White Jr. going to inherit the lead out of turn number 4. Dosher in that second spot, though, Zach, has just kept moving up. Was supposed to start in the back. Picked up a couple spots every time we tried this thing again. He's now up to second spot.
He's got the Dale Earnhardt style number 3. I mean, you can't ever go wrong. It's not really leaned forward, but he's leaning forward.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, Jack Sarton hanging on to that third spot right now as White gets a little bit tight to the middle of the corner. Sarton gets a little bit tight on the exit. Really has to back out of things. Still White down the back chute with your lead in the turn number 3. Dosher in that second spot. Good battle shaping up for third. Sarton on the outside. Here comes Baird on the bottom, Zach.
Baird trying something to the inside, but that outside line of the momentum working to the advantage of the driver who's typically a modified racer. Race at the Lone Star Speedway. His brother Jason did last Saturday evening in the 74 machine. You typically see Jack in car 47 and the open wheel modified ranks across the region. And he has problems off the exit of turn number 4. Tough break for Jack Sarton. He is done. Stick a fork in him.
Problems, absolutely. I'm pretty sure that was drivetrain right there, buddy. I thought, oh, nope, the hood has come up. The hood is in his face.
Stick your head out the window, Ace Ventura, and drive it like you stole it.
The drivetrain issues belong to our previous race leader as we come to 2 to go. That is John White Jr. off the pace, making the hard right turn off the speedway out of turn number 3.
Boy.
That is going to give the lead to Dosher in the 3 car.
There's going to be quite a few drivers who luck up and just get into the positions that had they not had these other drivers' mechanical failures, and they're going to benefit from it wholesale here as the white flag displayed over your race leader, Matt Dosher, as he heads off into turn number 1 using that middle to high line of the speedway right here off the exit of turn number 2. Nick Robbins, the final time down the back straightaway as he already approaches turn number 3.
Absolutely. Dosher in his own time zone, Zach. We're going to come home this time to Lone Star. We'll wave over Matt Dosher in the number 3 machine. Second spot going to go to Jarrett Baird in the B4. And rounding out the top 3, that is going to be Jeff McDougall in the 88 machines. Inside that 4th and
Brandon
final row,
Watson.
Brandon Watson in the 68 machine. Outside of him, the 1W, that is not on the list.
That's Walter Hamilton, should be.
Walter Hamilton. Oh, yep, looks like it. 1W there.
I call him Heisenberg. Walter Hamilton, because, man, he's an assassin. He's crazy. He's good. He's a good racer. Love watching him wheel his way to the front, especially when he starts at the tail.
Absolutely.
We'll see. 99H of Ricky Haney does lead the first lap, but that Smiley's Racing chassis
Just
working around the hub.
Looking like that Smiley's Racing chassis working well. On the bottom is Walter Hamilton. Shoots the... Oh
no.
We've got one off the dump and on the backstretch into turn number 3. Still rolling. No one's upside down. Still rolling. We're good. We stay clean and we stay green. We good to go. We've gotten the 1 to go. We're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a few moments in heat race number 4, the 4th and final heat race of the evening for the Sport Mons and your final heat race of the night for everybody.
Boy, and they smash on the loud pedal whenever they want to, don't they?
Absolutely. Haney going to lead them into turn number 3 and 4. The green flag's out.
And here comes Jake Upchurch. He's going to go to the top side and teach these guys a lesson or two around the 85 Speedway. Will he take over the top spot, Nick? No.
Nope.
Here comes Walter Hamilton, though. Heisenberg rising to the occasion. He's up to 4th now.
Looking to the outside again in turn 3. Haney goes all the way up. The car gets super tight. Here comes Upchurch and J.C. Howell.
Jake, hands go up, hands go down for you, sir. Sliding across the nose of the 99H of Ricky Haney, but taking over the race leads the Smiley's Racing chassis number 22 of the Maybach Texas racer, J.C. Howell. He's got the top spot wheel in hand off of 4. Upchurch still second. Haney getting disposed of there by Walter Hamilton. Walter is coming to the front. He's in the SNL Racing entry. I'm not going to tell you what that stands for. Down the front straightaway off the exit of turn number 2.
Looks like problems for Jacob Perkle in the 141 machine. He's going to park it in the infield, and also the 46 machine going around in turn number 2. That's Gene Yates in the 146. Meanwhile, Zach, J.C. Howell showing them the way around here in the 22 machine.
Absolutely. JC looking very good. A driver that doesn't lack confidence, that's for sure. He shows up. He's confident anytime he pulls in, whether it's in a modified, a factory stock, a limited, you name it. And he's down the front straightaway with a race lead, but approaching lap traffic. Will it come into play, Nick? As we wind down the laps here, the center of the hourglass is running away for Walter Hamilton and Jake Upchurch.
I think it could come into play here, Zach. We've got a couple of less confident drivers here. These first 2 lap cars as Howell is approaching them quickly. That's Brown in the 00 machine with 2 to go. And Jake Upchurch, though, and Walter Hamilton putting on the show right now, buddy.
And the 22 has right rear damage on the fender. You got to wonder if that's getting into the tire. We saw earlier in the first several factory stock heats, cars not able to limp their cars to the checkered flag. So we'll see what happens here if he's able to hold on for one more quarter mile. That car looks like it's getting a little upset there, but we'll see if JC's able to hold on. Man, I'm telling you, the car's slowing down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Jake Upchurch coming up there in the 24 machine. The 24 definitely very planted through the middle of the corner. But I tell you what, this one right here for all the marbles. White flags in the air for your lap car. Don't think it's going to work out. The Lone Star will wave. J.C. Howell takes the win in heat race number 4. Upchurch comes across in second. Walter Hamilton comes across in third. Zach, your old Smiley's Racing Products Battle Royal getting the 1 to go this time by Kevin Sestair. On the inside of that front row, Cody Daniel on the outside. Kevin Rogers inside of row number 2. Tyler Honeywell outside of row 2. Lights are going out this time by
I got you covered. I need some more.
ladies and gentlemen, Justin Whitehead starting dead last in the 85 machine. Starting 10th. Remember, $50 every time someone spins KR. Green flag is out. Here we go for the Battle Royal. Kevin Sestair leads him into turn number 1. Cody Daniel to the outside. Sestair leads the field out of turn 2. Daniel hangs on to that second spot down the back chute into turn 3. Good battle for that second spot. We've got our first car around. That's Kevin Sestair out front. We've got one around in turn number 4. Raymond King making an extra lap down there in turn number 4. Anyway, your leader out front is still Kevin Sestair.
Kevin Sestair walking the dog, and we got a caution.
We got a yellow coming out for Raymond King at the bottom of turn number 1. Turns number 1 and 2. So your leader. 2 laps down, 8 laps to go in the Battle Royal. The green flag is back out.
Keep your eyes on Justin Aubrey. He'll go to the high side here on the 1 and 2 and trying to go 3 different lanes wide. Here comes Aubrey. He's going to run off the exit of turn number 2. Hit it down the back straightaway, Nick. Into turn number 3. He's going to slingshot it to the outside into 3. Hello. And the Walmart special coming to 85.
Justin Whitehead. Look, oh, we've got some real close racing there. Slicing and dicing, cutting the nose off Cody Daniel. Coming down off the top of turn number 4. Whitehead now to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. He'll take the second spot down the back chute, Zach.
Tyler Honeywell getting disposed of. Aubrey, Justin Aubrey Whitehead, the 6-time Cajun Cruiser Classic champion, to the second spot. Tyler Honeywell getting disposed of, driving Sean Graham's XXX race car with a WCH power underneath the hood.
How about John Mitchell there? Zach running 5th and 6th right now, looking pretty good in the 68 machine.
Yeah, he's feeling it a lot better than he did earlier. He said it down there when we interviewed him, he hit everything but the water truck.
That is Keith White, Cody Daniel, John Mitchell. 3 guys you don't really see on the racetrack together very much. Having a good time right now. Keith White through the middle. We're 3 wide in the turn number 1, Zach.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We need literally 4 different sets of eyeballs because right now as we're watching Justin Whitehead inch closer to the front, he is displaying his pure flawless driving abilities. We have a caution out on the racetrack.
That is everybody's buddy KR.
And that's everybody's buddy Justin Whitehead that's about to snooker the 630.
It's going to be
with John Mitchell and the rest of that gang. And when Rogers looped it, Whitehead was reeling him in.
Absolutely. Kevin Sestair had it cruising comfortable, but I don't think that's going to be the case anymore, Zach, because Justin Whitehead on the outside right now. We are 3 wide coming to the green.
Hello, Tyler Honeywell. He found the beehive.
Dude, that was a great jump off the bottom for Honeywell. So Stair back to second, now maybe back to third because there goes Justin Whitehead around the outside.
I haven't held your shoulder since Lone Star last year, man. And into turn number 3, Whitehead going to take over the top spot. What a surprise it is. The Battle Royale participant from the tail to the point here in car number 85. Not even his race car, Nick, which may make this even more impressive.
Absolutely, and a car he probably hasn't ever driven, had to swap after hot laps. Hops in this thing. He's made a few laps. Okay,
He's driven it.
It looks good in the heat race, taking the lead right now in the Battle Royal. And Kevin Sestairs in second. We got a great battle going on for third now, Zach.
Yeah, good battle shaping up here. And Kevin Sestair, I'll tell you what, he's showing Whitehead the nose, at least making Whitehead think about it.
Yeah, ain't letting him run away with this thing.
Yeah, like I'm going to show you the nose here, and Whitehead may play a little conservative here, and it may end up costing him, but I don't see it happening. It's 2 laps to go with 8 in the books.
That's right, Zach. There's two flags from Flagman Joe. 2 laps to go, 8 laps in the books, and it is Justin Whitehead out front. And we're going to both go down there, absolutely. We're going to make our way down to victory lane. And it looks like we're going to be talking to Justin Whitehead as the white flag comes out. This time by Zach, 1 to go at the flag stand.
Final trip around this quarter-mile oval here in Ennis, Texas for the 6th time. Cajun Cruiser Classic champion. He's no stranger to victory lane. He's won over 100 feature events over the last 7 years. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Off of 4, he passed Kevin Sestair 5 laps ago. Your winner will be Justin Whitehead from Hooks, Texas of the Battle Royale Invitational.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Whitehead taking the win. Good run by a lot of these guys as well. Ladies and gentlemen, give all your Battle Royal drivers a round of applause right now.
So, driver, I get the pleasure to talk to quite a bit in victory lane. So
This one's you, buddy.
I'm gonna hand the duties over to you this time. I've talked to Justin in victory lane over 100 times over the last 7 or 8 years. So
I appreciate you sharing with me. Ladies and gentlemen, give me just a second to climb out of the race car. Justin Whitehead making it look good coming from the back, starting dead last in the Smiley's Racing Products Battle Royale Invitational, the very first one. There's our first belt of the night.
Justin Whitehead, your winner on top of the roof. Go ahead, Nick.
Justin, sneak in here, get a word with you. You got a young race fan who wants to get her picture made. Come on, Miss Karen.
Awesome.
Come up here, Miss Karen. Come on in and get a picture.
Hey, here, put this on.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time. Got his belt on his shoulder. Young race fans' days have been made. Justin Whitehead down here in Victory Lane. We'll let him get some pictures. We're going to get a word in here with him just a few moments. We got a big check right here.
Justin, you got something else?
Another check to go on the wall in Hooks, Texas.
Hey, y'all get in there.
Yeah, come on, drivers. Let's get a big group photo here.
In there.
We'll get all the picture taken out of the way. We'll get an interview with Justin here.
Come on. And you lived up to your expectations, so you spun out.
Absolutely.
Whitehead just said you lived up to your expectation, you spun out.
Bring it on in here, guys.
What you're looking at right now in Victory Lane is a true assassin behind the wheel of a race car. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, here's my shark face.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we got the rest of the drivers coming down here, sneak in here, get a real quick word. Justin, first of all, congratulations, brother.
Oh, thank you, and I can't thank everybody for coming out and supporting Megan and Philip Smith for their awesome cause for the Parker Lee Project. A lot of money was raised tonight, and I can't say enough about the racing industry.
Absolutely, man. We're all coming together. It feels good. Zach told me earlier, he said, I've talked to Justin like 100 times, literally. He said, you can do it tonight, Justin. It's an honor to be down here with you. Who do you, first of all, backup car, mishap in hot laps, look good in the heat race, come out here, started behind all these, race car drivers, put a hurting on them. Does it feel good to win a check that's just for bragging rights?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's seen that stuff on Facebook all, past 6 months, and it ain't been nothing but fun and games, and we've had a blast with it. Of course, this is just for all 100% for fun, and this means just as much as all the other checks on my wall.
What about that big old wrestling belt you got now? Is that not the coolest trophy that any of us have ever seen?
I want one of those bad. I hope I go home with 2.
Well, buddy, good luck to you. Anybody you want to thank on your race car? Also this one.
Oh, I can't help but thank James April and Sammy Thompson enough. They actually own both of them. He didn't hesitate when mine broke. He said, get in mine. Didn't even ask twice. So I can't thank them enough for everything they do.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your Battle Royal winner, Justin Whitehead taking the win tonight. All right, everybody. Get on in there, drivers.
Would like to do a quick interview with Sam?
Absolutely.
Ronnie Christmas did a Super Bowl raffle car that made it out here.
Absolutely.
And then he gave him 1,000. Then Brown Race Lodge gave him 500. Whitehead's gonna present
Yes.
that. Kind of drag it out there. I gotta find out.
Yeah. All right, Raymond and Jody. Let's talk about. We got Raymond and Jody King down here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all want to present this check to Megan and Philip? Megan, come here, please, darling. Megan, they want to give you a check, girl. Raymond, Jody, talk about why you did this. We've got a check down here for $1,250 going to the Parker Lee Project. Raymond,
Justin.
What's this mean to you to be able to do something like this with your wife and raise a lot of money for a real good cause?
It makes my heart feel good.
Yeah.
Ever since I've known about Parker Lee, it's just something that really touches my heart. I really understand what they're doing, and it's gonna make me cry.
It's okay, brother. I'll cry with you. Don't worry about it.
But it's my favorite. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more hand of applause for Raymond. Jody, I'll get a word with you real quick. Miss Jody King, what does this mean to you to be able to do something that gives back? What does it say about us as racers, as fans, as drivers, wives, as mechanics, as everybody? What does it say about us as a community?
It says that we all pull together. Probably 90% of this $1,250 came from people that are affiliated with racing, either graphic shops, chassis shops, used to race, things like that. Current racers. Without everybody kicking in, we never would have been able to do it. We support Megan and Philip every way we can. By the way, if you shop on Amazon, Smile Amazon, you can pick Parker Lee Project for your charity of choice. Every penny helps Megan with postage. So Smile Amazon, sign up to be the Parker Lee Project for that to be your charity. Good show.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
I want to thank all the guys that donated. Stanford Trucking, S&L Automotive in Seagoville, 5H General Contractors out of Red Oak, B&S Fabrication and Chassis Works out of wherever he lives, Denton Plumbing, City Lakes Glamour and Glitz Beauty Lashes, and ProTech Services Company, and my dentist, North Mesquite Dental.
Hey, everybody needs a dentist, right?
She gives me my implants.
Absolutely. Megan, this is the first check of many that I think we're going to give away. We got another one right here that's going to you, young lady. Zach, you want to take this one with Justin?
Well, Blackwell Construction owns up to their word because Kevin Rogers spun out on lap number 6, or lap 5 rather, and they donated $225 to the Parker Lee Project. So let's give a hand to Blackwell Construction for holding on to their word and everything they're doing here to support the Parker Lee Project. That's outstanding. And courtesy of Brian Littleton with Race Logic Chassis School is donating an additional $500, and the man who just won is one of the instructors at the Race Logic Factory Stock Chassis School. Justin Whitehead routes the field and wins this one, and $500 from Brian Littleton, one of the nicest guys you'll meet in motorsports. $500 going to Parker Lee Project once again from Race Logic Chassis School. Give him a hand. 85.
No, we got it.
If you've never heard of Race Logic Chassis School and you're a factory stock racer and you want to learn tidbits from this guy right here who just won this race, he won't hold back any secrets. He'll give them all to you if you pay a little bit of money and go to Race Logic. Justin Whitehead, who won 28 a year ago,
KR,
gets his first
right
to
here,
2017.
brother. What have we
Second.
got here? I see cash money. I see cash money.
Cash money. Yeah, Dustin Sprouse was kind enough. He put a couple of pots together, so he gave me $1,000 to give to that cause. That's the $1,000 we generated. And since Justin Whitehead was my guy that I drew, I'm going to donate my $500 to him as well. So
It's awesome.
James Claxton also had Justin Whitehead giving his $500. So Sprouse raises $2,000 on that. So give him a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's another
Hallelujah.
$2,000 right there for Megan and Phillip. That brings the grand total to somewhere around, I don't know what, a lot of money right now.
Isn't the racing community awesome?
So we're fixing to just do a deal. We're going to take some pictures and shit.
Sounds good.
Yeah, put me on out to my motivation. Hey, real quick, everybody, we want to thank you all for coming. We appreciate all these guys doing this. Just so you know, we just run the numbers earlier, and what we just gave gave them $18,600 on this 10-lap race. So thank all you guys. Thank all these racers, all the sponsors. That's a pretty cool deal. So we appreciate it. We're going to take a few pictures. We're going to get out of here, and we're going to get back to racing. So, again, the 9 guys in the deal, I know we blew up Facebook, it seemed like, for 5 years, but these guys played the part well. They're all great people for what they're doing. They all came here on their own dime to raise the money for this deal, so we couldn't be more thankful. So, and all the guys that own the cars that put them in it, we appreciate it. Enjoy your rest of your night, and remember, the ParkerLeeProject.org. That's their website. This is a kickoff deal. We're raising a little awareness, but you can do it all year long. So, Megan and Phillip, we appreciate y'all letting us be a part of this deal, and we're gonna hug you next, and we're gonna get a few pictures, and we'll get them back to racing. So,
There you go, buddy. Thank you.
I think they're going to say, let's go racing.
Let's go racing!
Got it.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is B main number 1 is wait. Z1 of Michael Wood coming to a stop down at the bottom of turn number 1. Looks like he gets it fired back up. The lights are out. We're going to see what happens here in just a moment. Oh, that's the 01, not the Z1, excuse me. That's Bubba Burt. And the 01, green flag's out. We're underway. The 28 machine of Justin Neighbors leads him into turn number 1. Looks like on the bottom, Rowdy Cupcake. Justin Shaw in the double nickel special. Down the back chute into turn 3. That's gentleman Jack Sarton in third spot right now. Nick Van Diver rounds out the top 4 as we complete lap number 1. Neighbors still out front. Shaw in second. Sarton is third. Van Diver in fourth. 8 laps the distance, going to be coming around to complete lap number 2 this time by. We are racing for starting position. All of these cars going to transfer to the A main for the Sport Mods. Still Neighbors out front out of turn number 2 down the back chute into turn 3. A good advantage, over Justin Shaw in the second spot. Here comes gentleman Jack Sarton up the outside of turn number 3 to take over that second position. Down the front stretch into turn 1. Still Neighbors out front. The 01 machine of Bubba Burt getting crossways down in turn number 3. Gets it pointed back in the right direction. Stabs the throttle once again. We stay clean and we stay green. Neighbors about a straightaway advantage over Shaw in the second position. Jack Sarton right there looks to the inside of turn number 1. Down the bottom, Sarton can't get the bite out of turn 2. The car gets upset right in the middle, down the back chute into turn 3 we go. Sarton this time going to the high side. 2 to go for Justin Neighbors. Side by side of the stripe, I'm giving it to Jack Sarton in the 12 machine. Shaw battles back on the bottom of turn number 2. Down the back chute into turn 3. It's a drag race down the back side. Sarton once again on the top side. White flag is in the air. One more lap to go for Justin Neighbors. A good battle for second spot. Sarton again at the line. Shaw back to third. Battles back on the inside. Side by side through turns 1 and 2. Now Sarton has a bit of an advantage down the back chute into 3, but lap traffic going to come into play. The Lone Star going to wave. Justin Neighbors takes the win. Gentleman Jack Sarton comes across in second. Justin Machine lining up shotgun on the field in the 91. Not going to make the call.
Did he swap cars maybe?
Don't
Is
know.
there an extra car out there or no?
Nope, Craig Oakes.
Craig Oakes is the kind of guy that will find a rig and find a wheel and find some way to claw his way tooth and nail to get back into this show some sort of fashion, but not going to happen tonight, unfortunately. Heartbreak Hotel bound Elvis Presley Boulevard for Craig Oakes.
Zach, green flag's out. We're underway. Heisenberg leads him into turn number 1, brother.
Well, that SNL Racing number 1 of Walter Hamilton, 20-time factory stock winner in 2015. Moving over to a limited modified part-time of the 2016 season here in 2017. Opening up in a big way here in Ennis, Texas. Leads B-Main number 2 off of 4. Your leader at the line. Albert McCall still rides second here. Nick getting to turn number 1. A good door-to-door battle for the third spot.
Absolutely, Zach. We got a barn burner for that third spot. There's about 3 or 4 cars right there that can challenge for that position at any moment in time. Looks like
Rabozi's got it now.
Yeah, Rabozi hanging on to it in the 90 machine. Haney right to the middle of the racetrack. Cuts the nose off the 66X of John Grindstaff. And we've got one. That's Brown in the 00 machine taking the scenic route through the infield. Meanwhile, up front, man, Heisenberg showing him why his is the best. In the 1W machine, Albert McCall Jr. giving chase in the 30 car. Once again, top 6 transfer to tonight's Sport Mod main event. And Heisenberg
slipping up here
all the way up to the top of the straightaway. I don't know if you've noticed this, Zach, but the backstretch here has a really strange bank on the outside of it. If you go too high, it really upsets the race car.
Kind of like how Devil's Bowl, you're going uphill down the backstretch.
Absolutely, man, and that is what happened to Walter Hamilton there. Just kind of climbed the berm on the side of it, and Albert McCall Jr. is closing that gap. Hauling the male into turn number 3. Zach looks like he's driving it in just a little bit harder.
Here comes the 53-year-old. His 25th season in racing. He's in the IRP, the Ingalls Racing Performance. Oh, and he just broke the left front. I don't know.
No, it's definitely broken. Looks like we've lost a tie rod on the 30 almost as long as we've been alive. Absolutely.
It's impressive. I mean, this guy, week in and week out, every Friday and Saturday, and most likely from Monday through Thursday, he's working on his race car. He's jacking it up on jack stands. He's doing everything he can to get ready to go racing for 25 years straight, and that's to be commended.
Living and breathing, it absolutely is. The green flag comes out for B-Main number 2 for the Sport Mods. Going to be Hamilton leading him into turn number 1. Haney made the bottom side work, dude. Got around Raposi for that second spot.
Mr. Haney off the exit of turn number 2, headed down the back straightaway with the crosshairs dialed to the back, and he looks to pull the trigger. He fires a blank this time into turn number 3. Going to look to fire another one off the exit of turn number 4. There's 2 laps to go for Walter Hamilton.
Hamilton looking really good in that 1W machine. Zach out front, showing him the way here in B-Main number 2. We got a great battle for that second spot, though. Raposi right up alongside Haney down the back chute, challenging for that second spot into turn 3.
Rabosi out of Midlothian, Texas. He's in that cam chassis, repping the hometown hot shoe. Chase Allen, who's been over in Arizona, running the Arizona IMCA Modified Tour. But Chase Allen out of Midlothian builds a very nice chassis. Chase Allen Motorsports. Rabosi in that cam chassis with a WCH power plant underneath the hood. Holds and grabs second as your winner goes to Walter Hamilton in 1 dub. And eventually we'll be going to kit cars. You won't be able to find these metric Monte Carlos and things like that.
They're getting rare and they're getting expensive. This is no longer an entry-level class. These guys got some money in these rockets, and they are here tonight to put us a show on. Green flag is out for B-Main number 1 for the factory stocks. 12 laps, 3 of them going to the A.
You know what? And a shout out to Gene Border, the owner promoter of Architects. We got 3 wide for the race lead momentarily here. Nick is Nashville, Arkansas racer to the 88B, former runner-up at Gene Border's Architect Speedway. The 5,000 ON Cajun Classic is one is around on the front straightaway, but Brandon Perrier, the equalizer, Nick, in this class, the equalizer is that slick tire, that asphalt pull-off tire. You see,
and it's fun. These guys just get out here and have a good time. They work hard on these cars. Most of them fund these operations out of their hip pocket.
Boy, they serious.
Yeah, they are serious. They're absolutely serious, 100%.
But if you ain't having fun, you ain't having fun.
That's right. We ready to go back green flag racing with Manning on the front row. Puryear on the outside. Green flag's back out. We're back underway. Here comes Brandon Hood sneaking up the inside. Let's see if we can go 3 wide again, Zach. I think we will.
Absolutely. 3 wide for the race lead here momentarily. Rolling on the bottom of the racetrack's the 68. And we got one around of the N1 and 2, and that's helping out the 32. I mean, he's already midway through the pack here. Brandon Brown all the way up to 6, and there are 3 different lanes wide for the race lead off of 4. Nick Robbins. What more do you want, race fans? Oh,
man, that's as good as it gets. Brandon Puryear going to lead lap number 1. We're 3 wide again, almost 4 through turns 1 and 2.
Walter's about to break bad right now. Here it goes. Told you. How about a little pad in the tail end here, sir?
Man, these boys just nose to tail all the way through. Puryear saying, let them race. I'm pulling the lead. Here we go. Manning in 2nd spot. 3rd spot belongs to Hamilton. 4th is Brandon Hood. And up to 5th from the back. Oh, no!
You called it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I am sorry, Brandon. I feel like that is my fault, buddy.
Yeah, and it might save him, actually, because the other car looped it as well.
Caution is going to come out. Puryear going to lead them once again to the green. Ladies and gentlemen, it's out. We're back underway. And look, like you said, Zach, Walter Hamilton on the inside. He's on the attack.
And Puryear says, it's my year here in 2017. And Walter Hamilton says, no, not really. Hey, down the back straightaway, he'll take over the race lead in 75. Walter Hamilton trying to win back-to-back B mains in 2 different classes here. Oh, and around the top is the Insulin chassis number 16 of Full Throttle Marcus Collin on a 360 by the 29.
That was a heck of a save there by the 39 machine, going all the way around, gathering it back up and getting back underway. Unfortunately for Marcus Cottle, Full Throttle Marcus Cottle.
Cautions breed cautions. Folks, are we not blessed to live in the greatest nation in the world?
100. Absolutely, my brother.
Hey, great job, by the way, singing the national anthem tonight.
I certainly do appreciate it, Zach. That's one of my favorite things to do at the racetrack is get to sing the greatest song that our country has. Absolutely.
It's an honor hearing you sing it, man. You do a fine job at it. And
I certainly do appreciate it.
I guarantee you. Because I think that I can sing pretty good country music. I'm not sure about the national anthem. You got to, the way you start is how you finish, and that's a lot like racing, isn't it?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I tell you what, Walter Hamilton is going to finish well, I think, brother. We're going to make it 2 B mains in a row, you think?
Yeah, I think so. As we continue here racing, as the song sings along, down the front straightaway, Brandon Brown chops off the nose of the 68, and he's back to 4th, door-to-door for the 4th spot. Off of 2, down the back straightaway to the inside. Brandon Brown and the 68 are going at it.
I tell you what, brother, that is Brandon Hood on the inside. Brandon shooting it out for 4th spot right now, but they're both out of the show at the moment. Your 3rd and final transfer spot is Puryear in the 88 machine.
Brandon Brown's about to run out of patience. He says, is this my hood or is it your hood?
Oh, and there goes the 41
right
machine. Brandon Brown gets around for that 4th spot. So far, we're still green. Looks like we're going to stay clean and stay green, Zach.
I haven't seen Bubba Lackey look as loose as a goose as he has tonight in quite some time. And that's not a shot at Bubba Lackey. He's a heck of a racer. I believe that just may be a new car for him. We'll just see what happens. Here comes Brandon.
There he goes on the inside. A good shot underneath of Puryear.
A pair of Brandons are going at it for 3rd. It's Puryear versus Brown off of 4. Your reigning Smackdown winner here at 85 Speedway. Won $7,500 between 2 factory stock events last season. Not totaling his win totals from other respectable finishes he had last season. But, man, that Outlaw chassis is digging on the low side of the racetrack, and he'll take 3rd away from Puryear.
Puryear gives him a little shot in the shorts into turn number 3.
He's about to pull his skirt off.
Down the front chute into turn 1, side by side with Manning for 2nd. I tell you what, Zach, maybe if he had a few more laps, he could catch Hamilton, but I don't know. But I do think
Walter's gone with it.
I do think that Brown's got the fastest car on the racetrack right now, and this is going to be interesting. He's going to transfer into this feature, barring catastrophe, as we come to 2 to go. What's it going to be like watching Brandon come up through the field?
It's going to be interesting, man. This is a driver I watch a lot. He's very calculated. Tonight, he didn't have quite the run that he was looking for in the heat. Obviously, having to battle back of the 8 ball here. Still doing battle with Kevin Manning here, as he has not yet disposed of him. He left that outside wide open for the taking for the 88B. He could be in trouble here. May not even go to the A main with 1 to go.
side by side. I mean, he's digging like Daryl on the bottom of the racetrack, brother. We looking for that second spot right now. But you're right. They're side by side just like this. One wrong move by either of them, and they're both out.
Yeah, Brandon Perrier, like I said, he's the runner-up of the Cajun Classic, and he just drove that car as deep as you could possibly drive it into turn number 3. He's going to pull it to the back bumper to the 9 of Kevin Manning. They're going to drag race to the line, and Brandon Brown's going to slide up in front. Oh, my goodness.
I'm giving it to Manning.
Manning got it. Oh, my goodness. What are you doing, Brandon?
As we go green, we'll get to the rest of the lineup here in a moment. The 13Z, however, I believe.
I'm going to tell you right now, before this race even gets even deep into the going, the 2 of the Deuce, Adam Roy, who had a mishap earlier in his heat as well.
Oh, we've got a big one here.
Oh, the pair of zeros.
That's Beckett.
What are the odds, huh?
That's Beckett in the 0X.
I see both of these guys compete quite a bit as well throughout the seasons, and Beckett
and Lavosphere in the 0.
Very good, folks. And the driver outside of row number 3 started 18th in the factory stock 50. This is a driver right here who I would not count out to come out of a B main and to come through the A and win it. Adam Roy from Red Lick, Texas, is still sparking and arcing, but he doesn't care.
We got some serious fireworks going on behind that, underneath that machine. I don't know if that's bearings going out or a brake caliper stuck or something.
Just a good shock. You know what? He said after he won the Cajun Classic, Nick, in 2014, is there 3 wide right there with P. Wayne. Look out, P. Wayne. He nearly got Nick there. No pun intended. As
we've got 2 tied up in the back there, Zach.
Yeah, they're cell phone racing, doing a little hooking up and hanging out there.
Looks like they're both going to take them off the speedway.
Yeah, they're going to hang out with each other and calling him right back. Willie, let's go. Adam Roy down the back straightaway, door to door with the 630 of Kevin Sestair.
There goes out. Wheeler.
I thought Wheeler one of those was about to go upside down.
Wheeler and Beckett get together. Beckett never gets out of the throttle. Wheeler all the way around. I think there's some damage on that race car, Zach.
And caution will wave once again.
I think we got some issues for Wheeler in the 4J machine. That is unfortunate. Defending factory stock champion at Heart of Texas Speedway, Rick Morosky right there in the 4th spot. A regular competitor at Heart of Texas Speedway, picked up a couple of wins. Green flag is going to be out as soon as we come around turn 3 and 4, but we're already on the throttle.
I'm interested. That's just so interesting to me.
And it looks like Gore going to lead him into turn number 1. Zach, Keith White, Ryan Hopkins side by side for second. Top 3 transfer. Here comes the Deuce.
P. Wayne, Adam Roy, the 2014 Cajun Classic winner. And the 2015 Factory Stock 50 winner rolls off the exit of turn number 4. Letting the low side drag, but it's rolling for him now.
And I tell you what, brother, he just put the captain out of a transfer. That is some pretty serious driving. I don't care who you are.
I mean, look at that bite off the exit of 2.
Dude, it's picking up the front end. It's picking up the left front, toting it through the air. Here comes Keith battling back on the outside. Keith White not to be denied. Who cares if you drive a factory stock every weekend, right, man?
Boy, I tell you what, the sand of the hourglass is ticking away. These are 2 drivers that have a lot of... Oh, and your second place car just fell off the pace.
Ryan Hopkins just broke it.
Hopkins is
Don't
done.
know what happened, but it broke.
He said, Cody Daniel, you drove my car too hard tonight. Jag nabbit.
That's exactly who I'd blame it on. Absolutely. You got plausible deniability, brother.
Yep, and he's going to do that too. Guarantee
100%. Unfortunately for Ryan, his night is done, but that gives second place to Keith White, third spot to Roy P. Wayne in the 2 car.
Now Adam's feeling a little bit better about himself, but he has no idea how close third is, and they're approaching lap traffic. He knows Keith White's out front.
Absolutely.
He's thinking, okay, maybe I can just get to the A main now, play conservative. But he knows Kevin Sestair's somewhere back there.
Right.
And if Kevin Sestair's anywhere back there,
it ain't. There's some contact between a lap car. Rip Morosky. Looks like Morosky going to keep it rolling.
Is out.
We do have a on the tradition, Zach. The lights are out, and we're back at it. Jason Gore stomps the pedal on the right, and off we go. And look on the bottom. P. Wayne, Adam Roy taking over that second spot, challenging for the lead. Gore hangs on to it going into turn number 1. Adam Roy on the bottom takes over the second spot from Keith White. Zach, that was a heck of a restart for Roy and the Deuce.
Man, I'm telling you, you cannot hold back when the Deuce is there.
Yes, he is.
Adam is rolling around the hub.
And look coming up now in 4th spot there, Zach. Look who that is in the 630 machine.
The top 4 cars. Jason Gore has finished second of the factory stock 50 twice in his career. He has always ran well in the big paying events in the Arkansas region. And, I mean, we're right here in his playground, a track that he's raced at quite a bit over the years. And look at this. Adam Roy is going to succumb to the 6-3-0 of Kevin Sestair, who takes over the third and final transfer spot momentarily. And the center of the hourglass is ticking away. P. Wayne's got to get up on the horse, and he's got to get to kicking it with the spurs now.
This should be white flag lap right here. Is that 11 complete? How many we got in the books?
The car's fading. Adam
9.
Roy. The car's fading for Adam Roy. Meanwhile, the 6-3-0 Kevin Sestair, that car's coming to him.
Absolutely. Looks like the car's coming around. Look at the exit out of 2. Zach down the back chute into 3. Jason Gore is your leader. Keith White right there in second spot. But here comes Sestair.
Yeah, you know whose trailer he left from after that Battle Royale Invitational? He went right over to Whitehead and said, hey, man, how did you blow my doors off like that? and Whitehead said, hey, man, here's what I did.
That's probably exactly what happened. Is now Kevin Sestair looking to the inside out of 2, can't quite make the move. Here we go again, into 3.
Let's be honest, Justin Whitehead could still learn a thing or two from Kevin Sestair. He is a heck of a racer, has been for many years, and open wheel modifieds, IMCA style, USRA, you name it. One of the greatest racers out of the great state of Texas. As they were trying to go door to door for the race lead here on the final circuit, Kevin Sestair getting a big run off the 2, down the back straightaway, approaching turn number 3 for the final time.
This is gonna get good here. Zach, looks like it's gonna be Gore for the win, and Kevin Sestair, as we said here in the box, Keith Hurdle making the comment that Kevin, a class act all the way, could have gotten into Keith White, got on the binders, avoided contact. All 3 of those guys going on the transfer, man.
You know what that? Lights are out. We go green, and they're 4 wide. Look at this. They're nearly 4 wide. It's a log jam. It's a Walmart and a Target parking lot.
Oh, my gosh.
Down the front straightaway, they're 4 different lanes wide. Back here, mid-pack, and around goes Junior Zableski. He's about to collect one. Nope. Well, that nearly tries to work its way out. We got one coming
Van
around.
Diver, that's a 20 machine.
Good grief. Someone call the doctor.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Well, if they get them fired back up and headed the right direction,
Green
quick
light
enough.
is still out. There we go. All right. Okay, there's the yellow. We got
6.
Van Diver.
Man, you never know who's going to show up. Dustin Taterhide, Chris Hennigan, a lot of these guys will show up and run these events. It is the best run series in the great state of Texas and beyond. They run in Oklahoma, up in Ardmore now. Has some co-sanctioned events with the United States Modified Touring Series. Outside of USMTS, you won't find a more premier series. And that's not to say that it's less premier. These racers in the great state of Texas put on a heck of a show. And Keith Purtle's done a good job forming that series. We can't wait to see him at Timberline Speedway.
Absolutely, Zach. Always a great show when Tom's comes to town. We're going back green flag racing here in B-Main number 3. Man, they just like this 3-4 wide stuff, and it just doesn't work out. Slater does 720 degrees of rotation right there in the middle of traffic.
He did that Nintendo 64 game 1080.
Absolutely.
And
car's not going to refire. Looks, wow, goodness. Oh, okay. Yep.
John Mitchell's the only late model driver in history to win the Super and the Comp Cam Series title. He tied with the Floral Freight Train Brandon Smith in 2012. Tied for the lead. Mitchell won it by consistency and wins. And on the back straightaway, John Mitchell, the Catman, holds on to the third and final transfer spot right now. Rolling right around the hub. They're 3 different lanes wide of the race lead momentarily. Casey Jimerson rolls second. Your leader at the lines, the Smacker chassis, number 6, with that Smitherman power underneath the hood for the Mansfield Texan, Chance Morris. Chance. He's going to have to take his chance and hold on to that top spot because KC is knocked onto the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth right now.
Casey had to get on the binders real big time to get out to avoid contact with Chance there in turns 3 and 4. Some classy driving here by some of these guys here tonight to avoid contact at all costs. Here comes the Catman on the bottom, down the back shooting to turn number 3, Zach.
Hey, it don't take long for the cat to find his bag, I'm telling you. If it fits, it sits. He likes it. Off of 4, the Catman, John Mitchell. He said, I'm starting to feel like my master-built late model now. Feeling pretty good about himself.
Slings it
earlier
turn
it's
number
driving
1,
like
man.
it's Black Diamond. That's not, you know what? If anybody's back home watching in Shreveport, that is not a shot at Ronnie Stuckey. Super proud of what he's done. Of course, Dennis Erb Jr. to the reigning 100,000 win dream winner, and that's that.
Absolutely.
But John just had a lot better runs in that master build. It was something that he had become accustomed to and run very well. But right now, all eyes up front for the battle on the race lead. John Mitchell giving it hell for the second spot. Jimerson rolling the outside of the racetrack. Catman on the hub. looking to pounce and take victim of the 11 of Jimerson. Jimerson has none of it and looking to sidestep Mitchell once again. He wants to sidestep the leader, though. He'll go to the outside off the exit of turn number 2. Hello, Chance Morris, and bye-bye, Chance Morris.
Oh, my goodness. What a move on the outside by Casey in the number 11 machine. Oh, and gets snug coming into turn 3. Morris battles back there 3 wide out of turn number 4.
What more do you want, race fans? Down the front boulevard, going at it here in B-Main. See, the thing is these guys don't want to get racing too hard, Nick, because you know what? Right there on the outside looking in is 17H Machine, who had a heck of a heat race performance earlier.
Absolutely.
And you get the racing really hard here in the top 3. You open up the door to go outside of the A, and that is bad boy Craig Oaks.
Trying to get a berth into someone's feature tonight is Craig Oaks in the 17H Machine.
Look at the separation since we went back green.
Oh, I know. These top 4 got a half a lap on the rest of the field. Absolutely.
For the folks watching at home, our leader is midway through 3 and 4, and the rest of the pack is just now exiting turn number 2. As we had one loop it around here in 1 and 2, but he gets it regathered up, and that means lap traffic will be up ahead of your leader to the 11 of Casey Jimerson. Jimerson on the loud pedal, off of 2, down the back straightaway. John Mitchell trying to work on the 6 of Morris. 3 Texans run 1, 2, 3 right now, followed by the Marshall Texan, Craig Oaks, who is in 4th right now, respectively, but he has got to get up on the wheel and get going now if he wants to go to the A-Main tonight.
Yeah, got almost a straightaway behind himself, between himself there and John Mitchell, and Oaks really behind the 8 ball there.
Now, I'll throw this out here. If you would have told me today at 4 o'clock that Craig Oaks or Adam Roy would miss the A-Main tonight in the factory stocks, I'd have said, dude, you're crazy. I said they have a great shot to win it. It's not over, but only 2 laps to go. And as I always say, folks, the sand of the hourglass is ticking away, and it's ticking away quick, fast, and in a hurry right now for Craig Oaks. He needs a caution in a bad way.
Absolutely. The race is going to be, as we come to the white, going to be the white flag this time out here, Zach. There's the white flag for your leader, Casey Jimerson. 2nd spot is still Chance Hill in the Chance Morris. Shot in the dark.
Look out, Chance.
Chance Morris in the 2nd spot. White flags in the air.
You took your chance at it.
I did, buddy. I did.
Oh.
I pulled the lever.
Came
up lemons. Here we go. Lone Star's in the air. Jimerson with the win. Morris in 2nd spot. And John Mitchell gonna round out the top 3 transfers. I tell you what, dude.
And unfortunately, Wendy's closes. Well, it closes at 1 a.m. and that Wendy's sponsor 17H. He's got plenty of time to make it through the drive-through tonight because he won't be A-Main racing, unfortunately, for Craig Oaks. Man, Craig Oaks does not make the A-Main in both classes tonight. Weekend
people
warriors.
That you don't even know, they're here every single weekend for you, and to give every little bit of extra that they've got to Megan and Phillip just tells you what it means to be a racer.
These guys are carpenters, they're welders, they're firefighters, policemen, you name it, guys. They work regular jobs every day of the week, and to give their hard-earned money is a blessing. As we go lights out, B-Main number 4 is underway. Top 3 go to the A. That's okay. Oh, 4 wide Nick Robbins, and look at...
Holy mother, that's good stuff right there.
Thank you for opening up the Indian Ocean. Off the exit of turn number 2. Goodness gracious, somebody call Maverick and Goose.
That looks like Dennis Bissonette leading us right now into turn number 1. We got a car around in turn number 2. That's the 83 machine. Got a car slow on the back strip.
Show begin. Wide open when the lights turn green. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Though it would, but it looks so clean. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. 3/8 to the little Wolverines. Yeah, buddy.
Back underway here. It's a dirt track thing on another beautiful dirt track Saturday night here in Ennis, Texas is your factory stock final B-Main event of the night. Look out in 2nd. Looking to wad him up there. Oh, and the 783 got in hot and heavy and nearly lost the handle there, and he gets it regathered but goes underneath the Uke tire, and he was up to 2nd momentarily. Tough break there.
Looks like we lost the grill. Maybe possibly. Oh, no, 5J gets it back underway. Looks like we're in stage 3. But I'm putting that one. Driving once again. 010. Bruce Pritchett hangs onto that 2nd spot. We are 3 wide in a turn 2. Oh! That is and Pritchett off the backside, down the back chute.
Boy, man, it sure looks like they go off into a ditch. They're 3 wide here still, Nick, for 2nd. Pritchett is Bruce is still second. The 010 still rides second here. The 44 goes off the back chute.
Charlie Upchurch, 78 machine, just swinging through the bottom of the racetrack. Takes over 2 spots down the back chute. Up to second. 10-14, that is Upchurch. Upchurch in third spot. That's your third and final transfer.
May not be pretty, but you know what? Pretty never went fast.
Battle with Bruce Pritchett with his third and final transfer position.
And I tell you right now, keep your eyes on the station wagon. He's trying to get the kids home to school, man. He's really tired of missing these big factory stock paint events. This is a heck of a racer as we got a battle for the race lead. Door into turn number 3. Threaten the needle to the inside. They make contact for the race lead. Door off the exit of 4, and oh my goodness, banging door handle to door handle. But your new race leader at the line, taking the lead away from Bissonette, is a 78. Yeah, Brad Ball.
Taking over the lead from Bissonette, the 8 spot. Over the 78 car now, the 93. Bissonette 92nd. The battle though still for that third final transfer spot.
The only difference in Craig Oaks and Brad Ball is Brad Ball was able to capitalize here early in this one. Brad Ball from worst to first, ladies and gentlemen, and he has a 6-car length advantage as he approaches in the middle of 3 and 4. Yeah. I used to watch a guy by the name of Deputy Dick. His name was Mickey Perriman. He was a deputy from Webster Parish, Louisiana. Was racing, and of course Papa Ray Ingalls, Doug Ingalls, father, the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer, won his last race at the age of 73 years old at Boot Hill Speedway back in 2004. Pretty impressive. These old timers.
What we're saying, folks, you can do it if you want. These old timers don't get these numbers. Like, here we go, Upchurch now. Bissonette got sideways right before.
Indeed. And Tucker's knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth now. 2, 3, and 4, and off of 4. Brad Ball is checked out. He's got the keys on the counter of the Holiday Inn. He's checking out. Bissonette in a door-to-door battle through 1 and 2. Going to roll the hub of the racetrack. Can't get the job done. The old-timer can still get it done. Down the back straightaway, here comes Calvin Tucker. He's 1 spot on the outside looking in. He's got to get up on the wheel and get the job done now because the stand of the hourglass is ticking away. The white flag waves here at 85 Speedway here in Ennis, Texas.
Ball a straightaway advantage over Upchurch and Bissonette. Upchurch and Bissonette going to lead them into go into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back chute for the final time in turn number 3. Brad Ball in the 78 machine is your leader. Lone Star will wave. Ball will take the win. Second spot, who's it going to be? It's going to be real close for second and third. Here we go. Bissonette with second. Charlie Upchurch going to take third.
Limited modified main event rolling onto the Speedway here for the second annual Smackdown at 85 Speedway. On the pole tonight, it'll be the reigning Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship winner, driving the Ingalls Racing Performance 4R. He won it by half of a cast whisker over at TMS last season over Nick Clickenbeard. It's Kevin Rowland in 4R.
Matt, yep.
Outside of the 3, it'll be Matt Dosher in the 3. Inside of row number 2, driving the Smiley's Racing Products, the Maybank, Texas product, the former Duel in the Desert winner at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway Dirt Track. It's J.C. Howell out of Maybank, Texas. Outside, it'll be the 24 of Jake Upchurch in 24. Many wins at the Kennedale Speedway Park over the years at the old Cowtown Speedway. Inside of 3, and the R&R Motorsports Smiley's Racing Products, Vato Chassis, Martin Marine, WCH powered number 31. It'll be the Kaufman, Texas racer, Cody Smith. Cody Smith out of Kaufman, Texas. Cody Smith, the runner-up in last year's B-Mod Nationals up at Humboldt Speedway in Humboldt, Kansas. I thought I brought my glasses. 40 laps the distance, race fans. How do you like it? That's what I hear. 40 laps of distance for both races.
Dustin doesn't know. Can you radio
Dustin, 40 laps is what I know.
Rodney White outside of row number 3 in the 84. Inside of row number 4. It's James McCrary in 13J. Outside. It'll be the... As Jared Baird in the B4 outside of row number 4, inside of the 5th row. And the Rotlos Lubin Auto, Spears Oil and Gas, Texas Pro Fire and Sprinkler. Spears Oil and Gas, PTS powered IRP chassis 22 Magnum for Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas. Outside, it'll be the 5 of Keith Wright.
So we're going 40?
They just have gas, so I bet they don't have.
So getting word of this is a 40 lapper, and not sure if the drivers knew for sure, but
It might be a quick one.
some pretty good shoes up in here. Here we go, race fans. The second annual Smackdown at 85 Speedway. Ready to lay the wood and put the foot through the floorboard as your reigning TMS World Dirt Track Champion. On the loud pedal, we're underway. 40 laps. Who's going to get the whole shot in this one? Matt Dosher from the outside pole looks to hammer it down the back chute, but even on the way is your pole sitter, Kevin, rolling down the back chute and approaching turn number 3 and 4R. Door to door, Nick Robbins. 2x2x2 all the way back to 8th spot. Will we get lap number 1 in the books? Yes.
We were nearly 3 wide coming out of turn number 4 there, Zach. I'm going to give that lead to Matt Dozier on lap number 1. Look at JC Howell driving that Smiley's Racing Products chassis up to 2nd spot. Zach on the inside.
This racetrack is really good right now, Nick, from top to bottom. It's slicked off. It's good. The racers are going to come out here tonight as 2 scored. It's Matt Dozier who leads the first 2 here tonight. And 85 Speedway here in Ennis. They're 3 wide there for 3rd. Rolling on the outside. Baird and Jacob Church going at it. Keep your eyes on Cody Smith, the Kaufman Texan at 31. Nick, is Dylan Spear right there lurking behind that battle. Oh, and rolling gets turned.
That was the 84 Rodney White giving him a little bit of a nose there. Rolling, turn down into the infield. We are not, nope, there's a caution. I started to say we are not going to get a caution, but there it is.
Second annual Smackdown. And of course, thank you for tuning in live on raceontexas.com. Look forward to being back at the Boot Hill Speedway next Saturday night as the Winter Nationals come to town. Hope I see D-Rock. Lights are out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back underway with 3 scored, 37 to go, and a wild start behind your leaders for that 2nd spot. Howell slid right up in front of the 84 of White. Rodney White of the 84, door-to-door with Jacob Church momentarily. They're door for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2. Look at White splitting the gap into 3 wide for the race lead. What more do you want, race fans? A push by the Maybank, Texas racer to the 22. Opens up the door off of 4 down the front straightaway. Dosher still leads.
Hal got a little bit loose coming out of turn 4 there, Zach. I thought he had a shot at the lead, but we're 3 wide once again.
Still 3 wide with car 3 on the outside, and here comes Rodney White to the race lead. Rodney White says, thank you very much, I'll take it away. But Dosher says, not so quick. He'll roll and use that outside line and all the momentum to his advantage.
Absolutely, brother. It's all about momentum in this kind of racing right here. Up around the outside as fast as you can haul it. Here comes Rodney White again on the inside of turns 1 and 2. Gets a great bite off the bottom of turn 2 down the back chute into 3, Zach Clark.
Hands go up, hands go down. Hat comes off my head for 85 Speedway tonight here in Ennis. This place is racy. Racy is all get out. If you don't like what you're seeing right now, you don't like dirt track racing. In a 1 and 2, still dooted over the race lead. Rodney White to the inside of the race lead. And Dosher says, I'm not having any of it tonight. He'll look to sidestep him one more time into turn number 3. Can't get the job done.
We got a great battle going on for 3rd spot there, too, Zach. Right behind him with Jake Upchurch and JC Howell. Side by side out of turn 4. And here comes Walter Hamilton.
Here
the 1W. Heisenberg.
He's ready to break bad. Off of 2, down the back straightaway. Walter's going to take over 4th momentarily. But the former IMCA Duel in the Desert winner at Las Vegas Powers right back to his inside.
Hamilton!
Over the top.
Over the top of turn 3, gathers the wall. Zach, I thought he was going to do it down the back chute. Hung the right rear off the top side. Unfortunately, whew, that was a lick, brother.
Yeah, the lights go out, race fans. Rodney White is your leader in 84, and he's on the loud pedal. We're back underway.
Zach Green flags back out. Rodney White leads him into turn number 1.
Here comes Jake Upchurch to the outside of the racetrack, and here comes the Martin Marine WCH Power number 31 Vato.
Zach, what do you think? The top side coming around, the bottom side going away, maybe a little bit of both.
Leader's running the bottom.
All right, well, there you go.
The
That
leader
answers
is
that
rolling
question.
the bottom while Upchurch rolls the outside brim of the racetrack. He is going to live or die by the outside tonight, and he says, I'll live by it right now.
That's right. Looks like personal preference. Upchurch, man, just really making it work up top. Into 3 once again. High, wide, and handsome through turns 3 and 4, brother.
Jake might actually get up and go to church in the morning if he pulls this one off. Down the front straightaway, he is reeling in your race leader, Rodney White, for the race lead. Off of the exit of turn number 2, Rodney White is just strolling and rolling that low side, Nick, right around the hub.
It looks good. I saw a little bit of a bobble that time out of turn number 2, and look right here, getting in. White really has to get on the binders and woe the car up a little bit coming in. Upchurch, not the case.
Former B-Mod Nationals runner-up in the 31, the Martin Marine WCH-powered Vato chassis. Right now, you have 5 different chassis brands occupying your top 5. You've got to love it.
Absolutely, brother. And like you said, Upchurch, big bobble in turn 3, and there's Smith right there knocking on the door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth.
There's a character spot, yeah, and he said, get the hell off my front lawn.
We've got a car locking it up, top of turn 4. That is the 5 machine. Going to bring us another caution. I believe that is Keith Wright.
Oh, Cleveland, watching back home from my hometown of Houghton, Louisiana. Thank you so much. We hope you're enjoying the races tonight, Cleveland. As we go back underway, as Rodney White got a heck of a start, man.
Absolutely,
he looked
brother.
like he jumped the gun by about 17 yards.
That was a heck of a restart for your race leader, Rodney White. Look, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Zach. You called it. Smith bringing that Vato chassis to the front of the field.
Yeah, that looked like Rodney White looked like LeBron James throwing the lane. Lord goodness. Into 1. I'm telling you, that's Smiley's chassis getting, it's worth a little bit of contact there with the 31 of Cody Smith. J.C. Howell and Cody Smith.
That's a battle
no
of the builders
love lost
right there.
there.
Absolutely not. That is a battle of chassis builders right there. Vato on the bottom, Smiley's Racing Products up top. Give the spot to Smiley right now.
Well, Rodney White is just executing right now, and he's about to execute this field if he keeps punishing his competition like he's doing right now.
The car is just smooth all the way through the corner. It's great off. It's good coming into the... Look at the entrance right here in turn 1. Smooth, textbook entrance into the corner. The car rotates well. The transition is smooth, and the exit, man, the power's on the ground as soon as he's past the midpoint.
Now, we talked about during a caution flag earlier that these guys have nothing to hold back. It's no holds barred in these races. 40 laps of distance, still a good bit of time. There are racers that look at this. I mean, the battle right here with the 31 of Smith and the 22 of Howell is just absolutely insane.
We've got a car stopped at the bottom of turn number 2. That is the P56.
Off of 4, back on the way. Rodney White, your leader. Got another healthy restart once again. As Smith going to roll the hub to the inside of the 24 of Jake Upchurch. Here comes Dylan Spear from Marshall. Spear going to work to the inside of the 3 of Mac Dosher. Caution out. Lights are back out. We'll see if Rodney White gets another good restart, and he does. Well, Upchurch keeps him a little bit more honest this time,
Going to
Nick.
say, Jake didn't let him run away, but on the exit, man,
Never
that
mind.
car just gets the power down.
I said never mind because that's exactly what just happened. Looks like he's got a 454 big block underneath that bad boy. I'm impressed tonight with the Marshall, Texas racer Dylan Spear. He has fired a bullet every lap that he's been on this racetrack tonight, doing a phenomenal job. He's now door-to-door with Baird here into the V4, and door-to-door for 2nd. Off the exit of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It's the Martin Marine WCH powered Vato chassis number 31. Other former B-Mod National. A slight job there! Slight job by the 31 of Cody Smith. Upchurch crosses him underneath.
Upchurch gets that crossover move. We've got 2 cars stopped in the middle of turn number 2. That is Bobby Joe Sheets.
Really?
Gentleman Jack Sarton sitting in 5th spot right now. He's kind of come out of nowhere.
And Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. He's going to get you re-fired off of 4. Rodney White, your leader, back underway with Upchurch and the 31 of Cody Smith from Kaufman. And I'm seeing some sparks coming out of the right rear of the 84.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it was just an illusion from my vantage point. Not sure.
Let's see as it comes around. Your leader, Rodney White, slower through the middle of the corner. Golly.
Goodness, and it's stuck.
Cody Smith has left his cares at the window. I did see
Rodney
some
White's
sparks.
nice about to be over, man.
The car is tight right through the middle of the corner. Something going away on the rear end of this machine. We've got 3 cars, all kinds of sideways on the front stretch. We're going to stay green.
No harm, no foul. Clean and green. 1 around in the middle of 1 and 2, but when he gets it refired, we're clean and green. Now, this should be interesting. Heavy lap traffic, and that 84 car is snugging up right to the center of the corner in the
middle.
1 and 2.
Yes, the transition we were talking about earlier was so good. Now it's gone.
But the question is all that power, in which I don't know what kind of power he's running, but is all that power underneath the hood? I know it's a bow tie underneath the hood because I could see it on the nose. And the car got through the corner free that time, just as it did for the first part of this race. But I wonder if that power that he's been laying down on the straights is going to propel him to the victory, or if Cody Smith is about to snatch this win away.
These cars seem to be a little bit unpredictable right through the middle of the corner. Cody Smith just had the same problem. The car got snug right through the middle in the transition. The front end came back to the right. The car drove straight for a moment, and that was the bobble that was needed by your leader, Rodney White.
And that could, Nick, very well be a character spot in the racetrack that's knocking the car sideways and jolting the drivers.
It very well could be.
But this right here, Cody Smith's about to put on a show for you fans. Sitting at home on the couch, wherever you may be, that 31 car is coming to the front fast and in a hurry. And I'm telling you right now, Rodney White's about to have some heavy company because that 31 is rolling right now. Jamie Wills with that WCH power underneath the hood of that Vato is rolling around the 85 Speedway here in Ennis.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Zach. White, I believe, is about to have some very motivated company up at the front of this field. We've got another yellow on the racetrack.
But if there's any Southern Oklahoma Speedway race fans here tonight, folks, you got a gym there in Ardmore. John and Nikki have done a fine job. But I saw Cody Smith flip upside down trying to make a pass on Ryan Gustin in a B main. Yes, the Reaper, the 2-time USMTS national champion. He will do anything he can to win a race. The lights are out. We're backing our way. And he did not let White separate himself that time. Upchurch, though, about 4 car lengths behind off the exit of turn number 2. Here comes the 31 of Cody Smith. And the caution is back out. Rodney White back on the loud pedal. We are underway here at 85 Speedway here in Ennis. And that was the best restart yet by Smith. And here he comes, Nick. He's going to hammer to the outside. Off the exit of turn number 2. Look at this big run for Cody Smith down the back straightaway. White smashes on the loud pedal, though, into 3.
Absolutely, Zach. Just like we talked about. Here he comes on the bottom. Cody Smith
dig.
Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Tries to get a dig off the bottom out of turn number 4. I love you, too.
I always put my arm on Nick's shoulder when a good race is breaking out before our eyes.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition. All the way back to Dustin Gates.
Absolutely. I tell you what, we haven't talked about it much, but look at another one. We got a car stop.
Of course, race fans, don't forget the opening of the 85 Speedway season. The season opener will be March the 18th. Mark your calendars. Put it on the agenda, March the 18th, as Rodney White on the loud pedal with the 31 of Cody Smith out of Kaufman, Texas. Here we go. Smith not getting quite the restart that he wanted that time. But he is right there. Ooh, a big bobble that time by White, and all over the tilt tank. Here comes Smith. Cody Smith. Gonna roll the outside through 1 and 2. Upchurch will follow. Off the exit of 2. White still hugging the hub. Nick in the 3. Here comes that Martin Marine Vato chassis in a bobble once again. The same thing he just did, but the 31 did the same exact thing.
I tell you what, Zach, it looks like 3 and 4, the south end of the racetrack, not very kind to Rodney White's race car right now. However, Smith is loving it. It's the opposite story on the other end, on the north side. It looks like White's just a little bit better through 1 and 2. Smith, not so much. There's that character spot you were talking about, buddy.
Whoever wins this race, I can't wait to talk to him.
Tell me about it.
Because whoever's going to win this race is going to earn it tonight. They earn it each and every other Saturday night as well, but sometimes you got to go just a little bit harder. And right now, Rodney White is putting that 84 car to the test, the ultimate test. Cody Smith is running him ragged.
Absolutely, man. I tell you, you're right. Whoever wins this deal, we got 2 sets of almost 3. We got 3 wide and then 2 wide right behind them. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, man, there is literally. I need another set of eyeballs. Look at that slide job back there.
Walter Hamilton, my friend.
Here comes Heisenberg. He is back inside of the top 7.
Hamilton started back there with Jack Sarton on the 6th or 7th row, I believe it was.
Tough break for Dylan Spear. He is taking his 22 Magnum to the pit area several laps ago, I believe, after that last restart. 3 wide down the front straightaway. 3 wide down the front straightaway.
That's Rowdy Cupcake there on the inside. Justin Shaw making his way toward the front of this race field.
It's the Rowdy Z Roadshow down the back straightaway. He's rolling the hub of the racetrack with Sarton on the outside and Breaking Bad on the outside off of 4. He's got a head of steam. He's up to the 5th spot. Oh, my.
Yeah, Walter Hamilton now challenging your 4th spot car. That's Matt Dozier. Dozier running in the 4th position right now. Hamilton looked to the inside once, thought better of it, tucked back up in a line into turn 3, Zach.
Boy, I tell you, Walter Hamilton is driving pissed off right now. I'm not sure what he's mad at, but he's got something to prove here tonight. Look at this. Is he going to throw this slider? He doesn't care if he clears you or not, Matt Dozier. Hello.
Absolutely
How
not.
You doing? Door to door. Down the and they make heavy contact. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Seven. And I tell you what,
trying to look for the good omen
for
here.
about the last 28 of them, it's been the Rodney White show.
It has
out
been,
front.
but it's been all Cody Smith who's looking to hunt him down.
Absolutely. And now Walter Hamilton is inside the top 5. This is getting good, my friend.
This might very well be. Hamilton's car did not fire very well there, but we'll see. He took a peek to the inside of the 24 Jacob Church down the back straightaway. The 31 just hasn't been able to mount quite the charge that I think that he's wanting to on the 84.
Oh, and Hamilton hits our character spot there, Zach. That was a wild ride.
I think Hamilton has a right rear full of mud right now.
Absolutely, yes. That rim is full.
He's got a vibration for sure. And Justin Cupcake may not be too happy, and we'll see.
Still Rodney White out front. Should be 5 to go this time by. Smith in second, Upchurch is third. $1,200 and the big old belt on the line tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Still White down the back shooting the turn number 3. Smith in second spot. Dude, he's closing in again. Cody Smith has brought that car back from the dead on these restarts and is closing that gap one more time. The sand, as you say, though, in the hourglasses is dropping. We don't have a whole lot left.
Sorry to step on your toes there a moment ago, brother.
No. You keep on going, man.
I'm telling you, here comes Cody Smith. They're both hitting that same spot. Their cars are rolling through it the same exact fashion. We're about to find out who's got the keys to the Holiday Inn tonight. Off of 2, down the back straightaway. Folks, I called it before this race is over that you're about to get a photo finish here at 85 Speedway tonight. Through 3. If it doesn't live up to the moniker, I will take all the heat for it, but I believe you're about to see a crazy finish here. A bobble off the exit that time, and here comes Smith back to the inside for the race lead. Hello, Rodney. How you doing? Rodney says, I'm not doing too good with you right there. Get off of my back lawn. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The final time coming to the white flag. This is going to be it, folks. If he's got to do it, Kaufman, Texas has got to rise to the occasion, and he's got to do it now. To the inside for the race lead. Cody Smith to the inside. Rodney White's not having any of it.
One more set of corners, Zach, down the back chute into turn 3 we go. It's still White out front. Smith on the bottom. Bring us home, Zach Clark.
Smith to the inside for the race lead. Rodney White's going to hold him off and lead the final 33 here at I almost called it Heart of Texas at 85 tonight. Wow, my heart's throbbing. That's why. Well, when he gets ready to climb out of the race car, folks, when he does climb out, please give him a big 85 Speedway round of applause. He absolutely earned this one tonight. and an outstanding performance, leading 32 circuits here. He's climbing out of the car, Rodney White in 84. Rodney, come to the side of the car and get a word with me. Wow, what a run tonight. Matt Dosher leads the first 5. You get around there, rolling the hub of the racetrack. Car just seemed like it was rotating very, very well right around the bottom. And I tell you, the 31 Vato chassis of Kaufman Texan, he made it very, very interesting there. Cody Smith, man, I know you felt him in the pressure there in the final laps and throughout the majority of that race.
Yeah, I did, and I appreciate the clean run from him and everybody here tonight.
What do you have to say about this race car you brought here tonight to Ennis, Texas?
Oh, it's good. It's good. It didn't get too upset in the bumps. Roughness didn't matter.
Were you concerned at all about the majority of cautions that you saw throughout this race, or did it give you a moment to kind of settle down and just make sure you hit your restarts right every time?
Oh, it was driving me nuts. I was ready to get it over with.
40 laps is a pretty good amount of time here on a dirt track, especially one is, I guess it's a little abrasive out there, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Just everybody that gets you here, and thank everybody that helps you out on this race team.
I thank TRC Race Cars, Whitey Race Engines, Brian Agri Farm, Lone Star Foods, Douglas Distributing, my family.
How much does this win mean to you tonight, man?
Means a lot. We've had a good dry spell that we come out of tonight.
How long has it been since you've won one? Hate to put you on the spot like that.
Yeah, I'm not real sure.
Well, absolute phenomenal job. 85 Speedway, was that a great race or not? Let him hear it in victory lane tonight here at the Smackdown, your second annual winner, Rodney White in 84. Congratulations to you, Rodney. Heck of a run tonight.
Thank you.
Rodney White, your limited modified winner.
Green flag is out. We're underway, Zach. The final race of the night. The 40-lap, $2,500 to win Smackdown, and right off the bat, there goes Justin Whitehead down to the bottom of the racetrack.
I got to catch my breath after coming up the stairs and after that last race.
You and me both, brother.
So we're doing it over the race lead. They're 2 by 3 by 1 by 2 by 3, all the way back to the 10th spot here. Oh! Right in front of the field, and Whitehead.
No,
sorry, not Whitehead. That's the
Whitehead
other blue
dodged
one.
that one. That was the 27.
Yeah, Casey Lyles.
Casey Lyles. Catching that impact hard and heavy with the Triple X machine was the other car involved in that melee.
Great for Sean Graham. Look at this. This racetrack is absolutely perfect right now. Like Cody Smith said in Victor Lane a few moments ago, he said, I like the character spots. We're 3 different lanes wide for the race lead. Nick Robbins, what more do you want? The Argyle Texan. Oh, and around goes Sean Graham. He'll get it refired, though. No harm, no foul. We're clean and green. That wasn't Graham, actually. Jacob Wilburn in 66. Hard to tell from this vantage point, but Turner's still your leader at the line.
Absolutely. Brett Arden right now in second spot in the 5 car.
Here comes Mikey Mike.
There he is in the 3rd spot.
The fans at 85, there may be an earthquake in Ennis, Texas tonight. If the Ennis, Texas race at another Tom's Market, Allard-powered number 45 can rise to the occasion here. Marusak is rolling, and here comes Whitehead 3 wide to the inside of Chris Davis.
Chris Davis hooked a rut with the right front or something there right in the transition. The car really jerked out from underneath him, but here comes Justin Whitehead. Just like you said, Zach, running in the 4th, looks underneath Marusak for 3rd. We've got one around. That is the 7.
Sessions, Ricky Sessions and Casey Jimerson. Sorry, the 7 of Jason Gore avoided him. No caution yet. Will he get it refired? The answer will be no. He will not get it refired.
Oh, we've got movement. We've got movement.
Yes,
Sessions fires it up, gets it back underway. We're going to stay green.
Did not believe he was going to get that job done, man. Count my chickens a little bit. As Whitehead just slid right up in front of the 45 of Marusak to take over the 3rd or 4th spot, respectively. As interesting, Nick, as many races as I've seen this young man, Justin Whitehead, roll to victory, I saw him start 20th, and Marusak gave him a major shot in the shorts.
A little bit of a love tap going into turn number 3. Absolutely. Go ahead with your story there, brother.
On Vivian last year, we saw Whitehead on a regular dirt track Saturday night race start 20th, and he was in the lead by lap 9 with 11 to go.
Well, he's about to be in the lead by lap 3.
Let me tell you why. While everybody else on the speedway, as he is in the lead now, everybody on the racetrack ran the outside. Oh, and nearly getting dumped. Turner got into Whitehead, but Whitehead holds on to a
shot in the
wheel.
shorts, and there's another shot from the 32A machine.
How about Smooth? Smooth Waters.
Austin Waters.
out of the same shop as Whitehead, but Whitehead never gets complacent. I guarantee you, he assumed that most drivers were going to set their cars up to run the top tonight. He was going to try to find the quickest lane around the bottom. He got to the lead on the bottom, and he'll try to hold serve from the top now, and that's how he does this, man.
Looks really good, rolling around the bottom through 1 and 2. Justin Whitehead showing him the way. That's why he's made $30,000 doing this, brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's over a 10-year period of time in factory stocks, but I mean, he won over 30 grand just 2 years ago in factory racing. And
got one stopped in turn 2. That will give us our first caution. Road less traveled work, to quote Robert Frost, because that's the line in the poem. If you can find a way to make it work, it's going to pay off for you, absolutely. And that's exactly what Whitehead has done. Like you said, a lot of these guys are just hauling the mail around the top side. He's hugging the hub in 1 and 2 and making it work. Here we go, coming to the green. Definitely got tagged, but we're going to stay green. We going for it.
Smooth, how about this? Breakout candidate of the 2016 season. I'm telling you right now, if Austin Smoothwaters marches around Justin Whitehead and wins this race tonight, I might cry.
He might
really
make the move here, Zach. Whitehead went to the top. Austin stuck to the bottom. Wow. We'll see what happens here, man.
All the folks watching back in the Timberline area, and Mod, Marla, Chris, all the gang over there, Billy White, you got to be proud of what you're seeing right now out of Austin Smoothwaters. He is looking very smooth, and the caution is back out. Justin Whitehead, your leader. Like I said, fans, it's not over until the checkered flag waves. Smoothwaters in second. What a run for him to this point. So proud of what this young man's accomplished in his young racing career, and he has got a hot rod tonight. There's no doubt about it. And here comes Smooth for the race lead. He says, "Hey, Justin, how you doing?" Justin says, "Whoa, I don't expect to see you there, Smooth."
Side by side down the backstretch, Zach. What a move by Austin Waters on the bottom of the racetrack once again. Into turn 3, out of turn 4. Going to be Whitehead at the stripe this time. Coming into turn 1.
I'm going to tell you right now, Heisenberg's coming.
Oh, absolutely. Walter Hamilton been on the march all the way through this thing, man.
He's still pissed off about the limited modified.
He's been denied all night long. Had to work his way through 2B mains. Absolutely.
And a push by Whitehead opens up the door for Smooth. Smooth not going to be able to capitalize that time down the front straightaway.
You're right. Heisenberg loaded for bear right now. That 75 machine is on its way to the front. I don't care what you say. Hey, check out Brown in the 32 machine. He's sitting 6th spot right now. Had to work his way up through the B. Yes. Last year's champion, looking to double up, take home 2 belts.
Oh my goodness. Casey Jemerson just backed into the wall, lost the hood on the 11. Casey Jemerson lost the goose, or lost the handle.
That was a lick. I tell you, that's not the first car that's done that, and every time they do, I just shudder a little bit.
Those are always the worst.
I know how hard it is to run into something.
Uncle Brian Muburn's modified. I mean, with the best modified drivers in the country, out of 111 mods, he was the 29th best one out of them, and didn't race mods any that year. He is a wheel man. He belongs at the top tier in motorsports. You're just getting to see greatness right here, and a great young man who does a lot for this sport. And that's all I can say.
Green flag's back out, folks. Zach, you ought to write speeches for folks. That was pretty freaking good, my friend.
He's just...
Dude, and we've got a heck of a battle going on up front right now. Austin Waters is challenging every time we come at it, too. Oh, Whitehead hits our spot, top of turn 3.
And they're trying to go 3 wide.
Oh, and there's Walter Hamilton. The car was all the way off the ground at the top of turn 3 for Justin Whitehead.
I'm going to tell you right now, Walter Hamilton is not scared to get in there and rough you up.
Absolutely. We proved that in the sport mod race.
Well, I think he was driving a little wild back to the front because he was a little ticked off, if you will. But
yeah, he was a little perturbed, no doubt.
Whitehead is running the outmost. Yeah, he was a little emotional. But Whitehead right now in 3 and 4, this is what separates him, I guess. We'll see. He has not won this race yet. You cannot crown him. You can't put the belt on him yet. But as you see, Nick, he's running the outmost part of the track at 3 and 4. He gets a big run down the front straightaway, and then he'll stay to the top here in the 1 and 2 this time. Last time he dove it right to the center, but that's where he gets that drive off the exit.
Exactly. Uses the banking to his advantage. These big old cars, they carry a lot of speed down the bank. You come in high, you ride through that middle, you ride the bank down, get a great shot off the exit of the corner, down the back chute into 3, and that's why he's pulled almost a straightaway lead.
Your winner last night at Greenville, and looking to go back-to-back tonight and get his first 2 victories of the 2017 season. It's just...
You know he really wants that
I've
belt.
watched him win quite a few.
That belt real bad.
And folks, I'm not trying to wear you out at home talking so much about Whitehead. He is your leader. Jemerson is around.
No, that car just stopped. And we've got a car stopped in the middle of turn number 2. That is Jemerson.
Brandon Brown started 17th, folks. He's the 5th. Don't count out Brandon Brown. His teammate rides 2nd with Smooth Waters in 2nd. Brandon 17th, the 5th. Don't count out the 98 of Chris Davis or Mike Marusak. And Kevin Sestair just got a shot in the shorts on the restart and lost some ground. The lights are out. We are back underway. Whitehead, your leader.
Walter Hamilton running 13th right now. Zach running 3rd, started 13th on the evening. So a couple of guys on the move. And your defending champion, Brandon Brown, definitely one of them. Not sure what happened. The car got off the racing surface, really kicked itself back around to the right. Not sure what's going on there.
Chris Davis just blew Brandon Brown's doors off down the back straightaway. I mean that in a very nice way. He got a really good bite off the exit of turn number 2 that last time by. Chris Davis, a heck of a racer. Jeff Bates power underneath the hood.
Absolutely, man. Looking really good right now in the 98 machine. And I tell you what, Whitehead, again, I know we've been talking about him a lot, Zach, but just, and we've got problems for your 2nd place car. We've got an upper ball joint broke on that one as well.
I hate that for Smooth, man.
We've got a ball joint or an A-frame, something gone away on the left front, but right now it's just a handful. We'll see how bad it gets.
Tough break, Austin. That may be a hazard.
There's the halfway mark.
But it's a hazard. It's a hazard eventually for his competitors and the race fans.
Yep.
You know, look out. Making me nervous. Austin Waters, who is having a career run tonight, is going to end.
Yeah, that's just tough break right there for
Elvis
Austin for sure.
Presley Boulevard, tough break for Smooth. He drove such a smooth race tonight, and only the racetrack could knock this one out from underneath him.
Yep, gonna keep her on the high side, playing the smart game, keeping it out of the way.
Don't stop.
Trying to wait for the racetrack to clear, I believe. Austin's gonna try. We got to get a yellow.
He knows.
Get a yellow.
No.
Got a yellow.
Texas.com will have all the on-demand footage.
One of the coolest places I've ever had the privilege to go. Man, we called a good race down there with the Sprint Series of Texas that night. That was a barn burner. Absolutely. One of the coolest places you'll see. Go check out Boot Hill Speedway for sure. Keith and the Tom's guys going to be at Ardmore next weekend, Zach. So check out some good modified racing at Southern Oklahoma Speedway.
I did mention that.
Absolutely. We've got our green flag back out, and just like that, here comes Walter Hamilton. He got a good bite off the bottom of 2, but man, the exit for Justin Whitehead is just so incredible.
Driving a car that he was not even scheduled to drive this evening coming into today's action. He's gonna potentially win 2 races this weekend in 2 different cars. Both Outlaws.
At 2 different racetracks.
Yeah, 2 different racetracks. 2 cars, of course, Outlaw chassis, best engine power plants with Pro 1 transmission valve trains, but still, I mean.
Absolutely, man.
I've seen him do it time and time again. And, I mean, he's got sheet metal hanging off the right. And this race is still far from over.
It's been physical. This has been a physical event all night long. These are physical race cars. They beat, they bang, they rub, they bump, they grind. And I don't really see anything wrong with that.
I was going to say the car in the B-main earlier, Wade White 68, that's a car you want for a style of racetrack like this.
Absolutely.
The big body, no sheet metal, the old steel body, stock body car. But proven right now, and I believe that's a stock steel body on the 75. I could be wrong, but that car looks pretty solid.
I would believe that. Walter Hamilton, and your defending champion of this race, Brandon Brown, got a good battle going on for second right now, but that's just letting Whitehead pull away. I say that like he's not a capable driver. He's pulling away on his own, but the fact that these 2 guys are beating and banging and rubbing on one another just lets him pull away even more.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like in NASCAR and clean air. I mean,
absolutely, man. And this racing surface, I can't talk enough about what the crew's done here this weekend. Look at it. It's dry slick top to bottom, and this is the kind of track that these guys like.
The fastest car happens to be out front right now, as they sometimes say, trying to make it a snoozer. But look at this battle for a second. They're down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Brandon Brown, your reigning champion, at least trying to come all the way out from dead last from a B-main and he'll slide right up in front and take second down the front boulevard for Walter Hamilton. Thank you very much, Walter. Now I'm trying to hunt down my fellow Hooks, Texas compadre, Justin Whitehead. They work out of the same shop, live in the same hometown. The same hometown that the great Gary Wright is from.
That's exactly right. A lot of good race car drivers coming to us out of Hooks, Texas. I'll tell you what, it's a straightaway back to second spot, Zach, but I dare say that Brandon Brown has the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
Caution. Brandon and I talked earlier today, and he was talking about how hard he and Justin race one another. He is one of the few, I told him this earlier, I said, man, you're one of the few guys who I've seen pass.
There's his caution,
Justin
Zach.
Whitehead.
There's his caution.
Maybe. Jeff Turner has not come to a complete halt yet, and he is in harm's way. There's no doubt about that. Look out. Okay, caution definitely may need to come. Look out. Look out. And
all right, I think we're clear. I think Turner.
If we got caution on that last one, I would assume that would have warranted one. But either way, we'll take it.
Yep.
As Whitehead working his way through lap traffic, he'll dispose of the 7 of Ricky Sessions now.
We are within the last 10 laps, Zach. Less than 10 laps to go right now.
Interesting. Sessions picked up the throttle when the 85 went by. But good luck catching him.
Nothing ever good came out of a lap car racing with your leader.
No, but Ricky's a great racer. He's a great guy. I don't believe there's any ill intent there. Off of 4, winding them down. I believe this will be 9 laps to go.
Make it 8.
8 to go. Next time it'll be 7 laps to go. For Justin Whitehead, the Hooks Texas racer, the 6-time Cajun Cruiser Classic winner. He's won the Longhorn Classic worth $5,000. So, well, and 7 factory stock races for sure. He's won $35 grand. Tonight he's looking to win another $2,500. I believe in his career he's won 8 $2,500 to win events.
Zach, I want to look at the right rear when Justin comes back around. I thought I saw some sheet metal starting maybe to rub a tire just a little bit. I want to look at it.
I mentioned that sheet metal.
You saw it earlier, definitely.
And that car is starting to steer awkwardly off the exit of corner number 4. Justin, I don't believe he has any idea how comfortably out front he is right now, man.
Probably not.
No, but that's the difference in between winning and losing, and what separates him between most.
Absolutely. You get comfortable, like you said. Justin's not complacent. He's looking for somewhere on the racetrack all the time. He's changed lanes 2 or 3 times in the course of this race. Hasn't been running the same line. I tell you what, though, that is the best setup car on the racetrack right now because he's slicing and dicing through some lap traffic. He can put it wherever he needs it.
It very rarely hurts him, too, whenever he's running the car.
There's our yellow.
The edge, and there it is.
But there's the one to go, folks. Justin Whitehead out in front of this thing in the 85 machine. Sitting in second spot, your defending Smackdown champion, Brandon Brown, all the way from 17th position earlier tonight. Had to come through the B main. Had some crappy luck in his heat race. Had to run the B. Come back, we're going green. This time out of 4. Whitehead leads him down into turn number 1. Brown right there on the bumper. They are nose to tail down the backstretch. Brown on the inside, going into 3, down the back chute. We've got one around in turn 2. Looks like we're going to gather it up, stay clean, and stay green. We've got a challenge for the lead down the front stretch.
Brandon.
Side by side into turn number 1.
Brandon to the inside of the race lead.
Brandon Brown underneath Justin Whitehead out of 2. 3 to go now. Make it 2.5. Down the back chute into 3. Whitehead up top trying to pick
Brown
up
to the inside, Whitehead on the outside. This time it'll be 2 laps to go around 85.
Whitehead now back out front into turn 1. Brown once again on the bottom. I don't know how there's not contact. They ain't leaving room for the Holy Spirit between them two boys. Now with a lap and a half to go into turn number 3. Down the front stretch out of turn 4 the final time. The white flag is in the air. Whitehead, still your leader with 1 to go. Brown to the bottom. Bonsai move into turn number 1. Looks to put a slider on Whitehead. Not going to happen. Whitehead has nothing with it. Down the back chute for the final time into turn number 3. Whitehead up top. Brown on the bottom. Out of turn 4. Face full of Lone Star. Justin Whitehead with the win. Brandon Brown in second. Jason Gore third. Chris Davis fourth. And Ball in the 5th spot. Gonna round out the top 5. Zach, I know you're walking around down there somewhere, buddy. It's yours. I'm going to meet you down there in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and remind you, Justin Whitehead donating that $2,500 check right back to the Parker Lee Project. That will bring us to over $20,000 for the weekend. To the Parker Lee Project, give yourselves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You're just as much a part of that as the rest of us.
Justin's going to burn the house down. This is what he does. Justin Whitehead in victory lane. And I said it in Vivian back in October when he won it for the 6th time. You don't necessarily have to be a fan to show respect, folks. The 6th time Cajun Classic champion, your Smackdown winner, Justin Whitehead. What a drive. Oh, what a drive for Brandon Brown. Hooks, Texas makes it 1-2. And Austin Smooth Waters. Justin, hop out and get a word with me real quick, man. Give it up for him, 85 Speedway, Justin Whitehead. Woo! I tell you what, Justin, tonight you clearly proved that, well, you're an assassin behind the wheel. You win the Battle Royale Invitational. You come out and, well, you had to earn this one tonight. You had to switch cars, broke the 36J before the program even began tonight. I mean, just kind of facing some adversity this evening, but once again, you power through and a 1-2 punch for Hooks, Texas. Tell me how you're feeling right now. We'll go on with this interview in a moment.
I didn't have the best car by far. I was having to use the holes, and we got our race was ended early last year because of them tracks and because of them holes, so I was trying to be as easy as I could. Just trying to hold my line and not let nobody by.
How proud of you are you of Smooth, Austin Waters, showing you his nose there a few times? I mean, boy, has he come a long way. Got in there, mixed it up with you there for the first part of this race.
Showing his nose. Hell, he passed me 3 times, I think. We can't be more proud of him. I really hate to see his A-frame go down like that. He had a really good weekend. That's probably the only thing he's tore up all weekend. And we give him a lot of hell, so yeah, he did really, really well.
You guys work out of the same shop as well as Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown, the hard charger in this race, the reigning winner of this event. It makes it a 2 years in a row for Hooks, Texas. Brandon Brown 17th to battle you for the lead with a few to go. What were you thinking with a few laps to go? Because you know if anybody's going to race you hard, it's going to be Brandon Brown.
I'd say hard's an understatement, but I'm just glad we came out of it with all 4 tires on the ground and be able to get the win.
I was getting word, and I don't believe I'm wrong about this. I'm not sure, but you say you're donating your winnings here tonight?
Yes. All $2,500 will go to the Parker Lee Project today.
Donating all $2,500 you're winning. I don't think the fans could disagree with any other winner here tonight. I'm not sure of any other racer who may do that, man. That's a good chunk of change. Like, you could keep $500 and just donate to, the other 2, but hey, you're just going to give it all because that's the person you are, man. Can't be any more proud of the drive that you had here tonight. How many times have you raced here?
4, and I think this is the first one I finished, so I just wanted to finish when we showed up, so we got that and was able to get the win.
What is your goal this year? I mean, when you go into the race season, what do you set out to do? Do you want to win a set amount of races? What does Justin Whitehead set out to do? Do you want to sell more outlaw race cars? Do you want to have more best engines out there? What is your goal when you set out on this 2017 season?
To win every race we enter.
That is the best answer you could have given, man. Hey, you're a hell of a driver. I've always thought that. Congratulations on another win here in the great state of Texas, man. What a run tonight.
Thank y'all.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. From Hooks, Texas, Justin Whitehead, the 6-time Cajun Classic champion, gets it done here at Ennis.